Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not
We will bring the jury.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy
They
there.
got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case. Dati mihi Anglican por his verbis Latino. I didn't ask you to interrupt me.
Is that correct?
literally not true.
Oh, for crumb's sake.
Good morning, welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. I tell you, I made a mistake this morning. Well, I usually make a lot of mistakes every morning, but this one, I made the mistake of, why is that not working? Why does the button not work? I made the mistake of seeing the video Cletus McFarland put up for Greg Biffle. And I watched it this morning, and I'm like bawling through it. So my eyes are all puffy and red, and I've been, sad, and, they were amazing people, both of them. Cletus still alive. Greg obviously passed away in a plane crash with his family. And anyway, focus. There we go. All right. Anyway, so that's how my morning started. So if I look like I've been crying, it's because I was. So, just amazing, fun people, and did a lot of good. Greg did. All right. Morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? Why is my button up? It should be working right now. I know that's not usually. Let's see, what is not running that should be, or what is running that shouldn't? I'm on the right network. I'm on FBI. I have buttons over here. Launch the GUI there. Why would this not work today? Maybe if I just turned off and back on again, do you think that will fix it? Let's quit that as well. Don't want that running. YouTube, iTunes Music. It's only running in the middle of it. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Of course, I'm loving having my most of my family together. Just missing the one. There. Okay, turning it off and back on again worked. It shouldn't. It shouldn't work because I didn't change anything else. I did not follow Greg Biffle. I like NASCAR, but honestly, I just watch it for the wrecks. Right? It's the explosions and the high speed. I don't really follow the races and who's what team is doing better and who's leader in the points. I don't watch it for that. But after the hurricane came through and hit Western North Carolina, which is just, it sounds funny to say that, understanding how hurricanes hit and where they go typically. After we had the hurricane that hit Western North Carolina and everywhere else up to it as well, Greg Biffle and Cletus were two of the people who just stepped up initially and just took action to help people. And with their little, I think they had Robinson R-22s or R-44s, I forget what helicopters they had, just little private helicopters that they owned privately and flew for fun, really. Just stepped up to deliver and help people out because they needed and they could help. And as a North Carolinian, we got to help a little bit as well. It was funny because when we volunteered to help, we thought we were going to Western North Carolina, and even when we volunteered, which was like weeks later when we were available to go and help, the access still wasn't what it needed to be to send a crew the size that we had there to help. They just couldn't get us in and out. And so they sent us to South Carolina. We got to help out in South Carolina instead, which was a lot of fun. But it means a lot that that people like that step up and help where they can. All right. Yes, flew his own helicopter delivering supplies. And, man, the risk they took there was huge. But they put their whole heart into it and just worked their tails off. And with their donations and with the help of mostly like businesses and, people that stepped up, it was awesome to see that happen. And they did a lot of good, changed, and I think saved a lot of lives. So, all right, Red Pen, if you look and see if Vern is on there. Is Vern on the birthday sheet? I think we need to sing to her too because her birthday was yesterday. VERN. That's sad. She'll be at the end because. Fun fact. Vern is the first. Excuse me, Ven. Did I say Vern? VENN. Fun fact. Ven is the first person we sing happy birthday to on this channel. All right, it's going to be a rough one. All right, let's see. We've got, thank you, Ven. Or thank you, Red. I'm struggling. You know how bad it is? Has to be a relation? Yes, it is. Let's just sing and get this part over with. Not that I'm trying to make it end, but oh my goodness. What this does is this marks 2 years of singing Happy Birthday, I believe. We're very close to 2 years of singing Happy Birthday every single day. So by now you think I would know the words, right? By now I think I know the words. All right, let's everyone stand up wherever we are. We're going to celebrate some great birthdays. We have Dawn, Delphina, Fleemers, Iowa Backyard Cam, Karen, KH in South Carolina, Megan, Nettie, Nosy by Nature, Rosie Smith, and Ven, not Vern. But we're going to sing to all of them. This is definitely a two-verser. We're going to break it right down the middle, fit what we can in there. And everyone where we are, stand up, take your breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. Here we go. That is so loud. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Don, Delphina, Fleemers, Iowa Backyard Cam, and Karen. Happy birthday to you. Now, verse 2 is going to have KH in South Carolina, Megan, Nettie, Nosy by Nature, Rosie Smith, and Ben. And if we can say it just like that, it's going to fit. Otherwise, we're going to go into a verse 3. We'll give it a try. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, KH in South Carolina, Megan, Nettie, Nosy by Nature, Rosie Smith, and Ben. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Dawn, Delphina, Fleemers, Iowa Backyard Cam, Karen, KH in South Carolina, Megan, Nettie, Nosy by Nature, Rosie Smith, and Ben. There are many wonderful days, but today is your special day. I realize there are a million places you could be and a million people could have celebrated, but chose to be here with us. The privilege, pleasure, the honor, the joy is ours. Hopefully we can turn that joy back to you. Make your day a little more special, or begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's House, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. Whew. Wow. Still Ben. Ben, welcome. Happy birthday yesterday, by the way. All right. What did we do with all the spare song? when we fit everyone's names into 2 verses. We dance. We dance. Dance in a way that will embarrass your children. That's what I think you should do. Is this the drum solo? There it is. All right. Happy birthday. Welcome. Big Finish was fantastic. 80s, leading the drums and the dancers today. Amazing, all of you. We have, this is Christmas week. Guess what does not happen Christmas week? Anything big. We might get a couple document drops. We might get a motion hearing or a pretrial hearing or 2 in a big case. But other than that, if you're not a fan of court hopping, I am sorry. Because that's all we have. Now, court is busy. Specifically, Judge Middleton. He's covering for another judge today, so he's got 2 dockets, and he's got like 9 civil things. I mean, what a week to be suing somebody. Christmas, right? And why not sue your neighbor? That's the spirit of it. But he's got those. He's got misdemeanor arraignments. He's done a couple felony arraignments already this morning. And in his neck of the woods, drug possession is punished very heavily. And we're talking hard drugs. We're talking like meth and cocaine and stuff like that. But he's already had 2 people that are, one guy he came in who's had possession of methamphetamines that has to go to another court because this judge can't hear it because of the seriousness of the case. It's not that he had so much. It's not like like a truckload of it, but it's his 4th charge and 4th offense. And he says, you're looking at life in prison for possession of meth, which is just wild. Knowing what we do about addiction, how strong it is, and it's, yeah. It's a scary thing. Anyway, we're going to jump up to Middleton's court and take a look and see what he's doing right now. Give us a minute here. Why is my camera, it's all out of focus?
We just plow ahead. Anyway, this is a claim for $451.33. The parties were working on a resolution, had hoped to get a resolution. I gave a plaintiff 21 days to file a motion for summary disposition and the defendant 21 days to respond and set the matter for further hearing today. That was back in October. I haven't seen a motion for summary disposition, so I'm hoping you guys have got this resolved. Ms. Bornfisher, what's the status here?
I'm from the same firm as Michael Kirchenheider. We're both from Weber LC, so I do have the notes here in the file, and I see that we've already had a pretrial, and we were supposed to have filed the motion for summary, just like you mentioned. I see that we have not filed that yet, and we do not have a resolution. So unfortunately, I would ask that we be able to still file our motion for summary, and I will request that that get done as soon as possible.
Mr. Arena, what's your position here?
Yes, I appreciate the court's observation along with Ms. Bornfisher. I also work for the same law firm as Ms. Law, so I'm very familiar with the notes that's been occurring in this case. But I agree with Ms. Bornfisher. I suggest that they're allowed to still file their motion, and then we can respond to it if we can't resolve it. But I'm sure that, now that I'm on the case, I believe that we could probably get something done a little bit quicker if at all possible.
He's quite confident in himself.
I agree.
That's awesome. Now that I'm here, we can get something done. Okay. Just looking to see where we've got courts today. Judge Oakley's live as well.
Well, everybody, and nobody's here that was there the last day, but they obviously dropped the ball on this. And they got close, but probably nobody's even talked to each other between last October and now. Plaintiff was given time to file a motion for summary disposition, didn't do it. I'm going to set this matter for trial
Pantufle made snickerdoodles 10 out of 10. Never
for
liked before. It's
February
second batch today.
27th,
Happy Festivus Eve, everyone. Got a lot of problems with you people.
2026 at
Filed grievances.
1:15.
We're doing a delayed
Witness and
Festivus.
exhibit list.
Let's see.
Are due the week before, which would be by February 20th. Maybe that will induce the people to actually try to work out a solution. The trial would be live, not by Zoom. If we need it. I don't want to kick the can down another 50 or 60 days. They'll either resolve it or we'll have a trial on February 27th. I'm guessing February 27th. I'm guessing it will resolve.
This is what I'm watching today. This just looks crazy. Pantufle,
do
thank
an
you very
order.
much for the super chat, by the way. Happy Festivus early as well. This is my view right now
And
with all the
hope
judges
for
I'm
the
trying to keep
best.
an eye on. So, lots
You
of
guys
Zoom
can
today.
each pass the message up the line. Summary disposition probably was appropriate, but they didn't file it, and I'm not going to do it again. So hopefully we'll still get to the same result, a settlement. But if we don't, we got a date reserved for the trial. Ms. Bornfisher, anything else you want to add?
No, I'll pass that along.
All right, Mr. Rainier?
Nothing further. We hope to have this one worked out, Your Honor.
Yeah, I
Sounds
hope
good.
so too. I think you probably will.
Responsible to.
Jump.
Let me just check something. Yeah, so his conviction has to come off. He tendered a plea. He filed a request to withdraw admission. I set it for hearing. So admission withdrawn, and now you're going to plead to impeding. True? Right? To that, is that right?
Yep.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? You got to slow down too. How much did he pay on this, Heather? 190?
190, Judge.
Sure. I'll make it 170. We're gonna go ahead and refund the balance, okay?
What? I've never heard of
So
a
you go
court
down the hall and make arrangements with them to do that, okay?
refunding.
Best of
with
luck. Merry
fines.
Christmas, happy holidays. Thank you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
All right,
Court
let's
pays
do
you $20.
Prince. Kevin Giron, Daryl Prince.
Oh, the Prince is
Kevin
here.
Giron, Daryl Prince. 25B726159.
I got a soundbite of Judge Middleton this morning saying I mess up a lot of names, and I think I need to make that a thing.
I don't know. Is this up today, Heather? I think.
I believe it was taken for me to swear out on a bond violation, Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just needs that.
Yeah, we're gonna need to bring Emily in again. Anwar, Izzy, Najee L, Kali, 25T647173. Good morning, sir. Come on up to the podium. Your name?
My name is Daniel Academy.
All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yeah.
Responsible or not responsible to that? Responsible? Is that what you want to do? And then I'm going to dismiss the point violation, the stop sign, 0 points, won't go on your record.
Okay.
To the charge impeding traffic, do you plead responsible? I'll accept the plea 150. You can go down the end of the hall and make your payment. Good luck.
Okay, the last guy paid
Timothy Boyd
170.
Jr.,
Same
25W840. 508. Good morning. Your name?
Timothy Boyd.
How you doing, Mr. Boyd?
Okay, how you doing?
What are you doing? You're filing a motion to set aside the default judgment. Are you in high school?
No.
Huh?
No.
Well,
I'm not.
you were born, did you just graduate?
Yeah.
What are you doing now? Lions could use you on the offensive line or something. So you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, 165 is your total. We're just gonna double check and make sure that yeah, that's in your name. So you go down the hall and work that out with them. You're just gonna sign over your bond.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, you too. Veronica Renee Fitzgerald, 25T647064. How you doing? Not too bad. Your name? You are going to plead to impeding, right? I need, there was another car involved.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you. Who has Trenton's today? Who's doing the department rep? Are you?
I'll be me, Your Honor.
I just need to make sure that this one was not, no minor damage and no serious injuries.
There were no injuries, Your Honor.
And no just minor damage?
Her car was disabled damage according to the crash.
That's okay.
And the other one was towed because the bumper was jammed in the wheel.
Why don't you write that on the stip form, okay? And ma'am, you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yeah.
That's what you offered her, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
To that charge, ma'am, responsible or not responsible? You gotta be careful, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, 195, please accept it. Fair to stop assured clear distance is dismissed. I wish you well. Merry Christmas. You move it out in the hall. Take care of that. Good luck. Kevin Prince, Kevin Jerron, Daryl Prince, 25B 726. 159. Your name?
I would like to see him.
What are we doing on this one? I saw I issued a I put you swore one in right on the 9th or the 16th.
We had it on the 16th.
I had a hearing.
Yep.
And now he's got another bond violation. I need a first or another page. No, I can do it here. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm that the penalties of perjury, the testimony given these proceedings to be the whole true self you got.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Hold on.
So
We're going to jump to Judge McNally, which is weird, but that's what we're going to do.
Your Honor, could I approach and have something marked?
Yes. Is that gonna be Mark Peoples too?
Yes,
This
sir.
is from
Okay.
Friday. So we back up a little bit in time. And this is a fraud case. This is a fraud case, a little bit longer.
I think so. Agent Bauer, do you recognize that document?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just tell the court what it is.
It is a copy of Ms. Lumen's 2022 U.S. individual and state tax from Liberty Tax.
Your Honor, I've sent counsel a copy of these records along with the 90211 certification, so I would move for the admission of those records.
Any objection?
Judge, no objection for exam.
Peoples 2 is admitted.
Thank you. Agent Bowers, in that tax return for 2022, did Ms. Lumen report income?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Approximately how much?
Around 66,000.
That correct, Judge?
You may.
Fraud is-
Agent Bauer, was part of this income relating to a company called Total Defense?
Yes, it was.
Judge, this is the last one.
Okay. We'll mark that Peoples 3.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so here's what we know. We're just picking up this case. This lady is charged with fraud. And we have her tax records from 2022 admitted as evidence. And she made $66,000 that year.
Agent Bauer, I'm handing you what's been marked Peoples 3. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, I did.
Okay, can you tell the court what it is?
That is a LARA filing document for the Business Total Defense LLC.
Who does it list as a registered agent?
Ms. Lumen.
And Your Honor, I would move for the admission of Peoples Proposed 3 under 9024 as being a public document that bears a seal of the state of Michigan or an agency, which would be law.
Any objection?
Self-authenticating.
No.
Peoples 3 is admitted.
Judge, I have nothing else. Thank you.
Cross?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
See if this
Good
gets
afternoon.
spicy.
Sir, you are an investigator with the OIG, correct?
Yes, I am.
How long have you held your current position?
5 years going on 6 years in March.
Understood. And it's my understanding, based on your testimony, that generally speaking, you are responsible for conducting investigations as it relates to welfare fraud, correct?
Yes, I am.
Welfare
And
fraud.
obviously, in order to do your job and determine whether or not fraud has, in your opinion, been committed, you need to be familiar with definitions of things such as income, correct?
You have to know what
Generally
income is.
Speaking, yes.
Okay. Well, an individual has to qualify to receive assistance benefits, right?
Yes.
And in order to qualify, an individual must not exceed a set income level. Fair?
Correct.
So income is something that you consider each and every time you are investigating an allegation of fraud. Correct?
Most of the time.
Okay. And thus you need to know what in fact constitutes countable income. Correct?
She paces a ton. Red Pen, are you counting all the time she
You
leaves
would
and comes
agree
back?
with me that income is money actually received by a person. Fair?
In terms of the department, they have different standards in terms of self-employment, general income. So if you were working for Ford Motor Company, unearned income, stuff of that nature. So without the actual purchase policy manual, specifically relating to self-employment income, I cannot give you a yes or no answer to that.
Okay. So you are not, at this point in time, off the cuff, familiar with every category of potential income. Correct?
I review policy manuals in terms of income when I am reviewing cases for potential allegations of welfare fraud.
Okay. Would you agree with the general statement that income is money that an individual actually has access to or has been provided?
Again, in general, with self-employment income, so for example, depending on what self-employment is categorized, so a sole proprietor, partnership, depending on how it is categorized, the department budgets that income differently. So for example, sole proprietorship, they would take like 15% of that accountable income. They would look at the gross receipts of sales and stuff of that nature. So.
Understood. Well, let me ask the question a different way. Obviously, assistance benefits, including food assistance benefits, provide individuals with money to purchase food, correct?
Correct.
If an individual, let's say, is involved with a business but receives no payments, wages, salary, or earning, you would agree with me they don't receive money, correct? Yes?
Yes.
And thus they don't have money available or accessible to them to purchase food.
If that was the case.
Understood. Now, you indicated that you conducted an investigation as it relates to Ms. Lumen, correct?
Yes, I did.
And your investigation of this matter commenced with a referral you received in November of 2023, correct?
That is correct.
Who sent you this referral?
The data analytical unit
Okay.
in the Michigan Office of Inspector General.
And can you tell me a little bit about the data analytical unit? And-
Yes.
Sorry.
So, for example, the data analytical unit will run quarterly checks or bi-yearly checks for certain things such as parents matches, which is legal assistance cases. They have an agreement with the Michigan Treasury Office where they will review adjusted gross income, and then they will make a referral to actual agents to investigate those referrals further.
Understood. Do you know, based on your personal knowledge, how Ms. Lumen came to the attention of that office?
Her adjusted gross income was higher than what was being budgeted onto her case.
Okay, understood. Meaning her tax returns were reviewed. Fair?
Yes, sir.
And it did not match the Bridges application or redetermination. Correct?
That is correct.
You provided testimony regarding the redeterminations you claim Ms. Lumen did.
Yes,
You recall that? Redeterminations are completed utilizing a computer, correct?
or you can complete that in person.
Understood. In this case, they were completed utilizing a computer. Fair?
That's correct.
And no one from your office was present at the time the redetermination form was completed. Fair?
Yes.
Meaning it was completed remotely and submitted, right? You did not personally observe Ms. Lumen complete the redetermination forms that you provided testimony regarding and which have been admitted into evidence, correct?
No, I did not.
To your knowledge, did any other agent of the government observe Ms. Lumen complete those applications, or excuse me, redeterminations?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Did any other agents from your office or the government observe Ms. Lumen complete redetermination?
No one from my office, and I do not believe it.
Okay. Now, the redetermination form that was completed, obviously, you cannot testify that Ms. Lumen in fact completed it. Fair?
Yes.
You don't know who may have completed it, correct?
Well, I would add, she completed interviews with the department after.
I understand. I didn't ask about interviews. The redetermination form. You did not observe her complete. Right? You do not have personal knowledge establishing that she in fact completed it, correct?
During our interview, she did not dispute any sort of age or not receiving benefits or completing any applications. So I have no reason to not believe that she is not the individual completing any applications or redeterminations or interviews with the department.
Right, you have no reason to believe it. You don't have actual knowledge. Fair?
Yes.
Now, the redetermination form has a number of categories within it. Fair?
Yes, it does.
One of the categories relates to financial circumstances, correct?
Yes, it does.
And it asks individuals if they are employed, correct?
Yes, it does.
And in this case, the redetermination form indicated that Ms. Lumen was not employed, correct?
Yes.
You would agree with me that the redetermination form does not include a definition of employment within it, correct?
She would be notified in a rights response.
I'm sorry, my question was, does the form include a definition of employment?
No, it does not.
There is a section which indicates
Love my wings.
under
OG
the
30
financial
months.
title. Does your household have any additional income, right?
Yes.
You would agree with me that the redetermination form does not define what constitutes income, correct?
Yes.
And as you've already indicated, the concept of income when it comes to your department is quite complex.
We would not call it complex in terms of what the client is supposed to report based on their rights and responsibilities and what is outlined to them. Specifically during interviews when an eligibility specialist will review those rights and responsibilities and income.
Sure, but if an individual isn't familiar with, let's say, legal concepts or financial concepts, it can be difficult to determine what constitutes income. Do you agree with
Business
that?
owner doesn't understand what income is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, would you say I would not?
I would not.
On the redetermination form, does it indicate that
Imagine.
income is money actually received by you?
I'm sorry, can you state that again?
On the redetermination form, it does not indicate that money, or excuse me, income is money actually received by you, meaning the person that completes the form.
That would be correct. Although it does ask for household income.
Sure, with no definition. Now, throughout the course of your investigation, you actually obtained tax returns, correct?
Yes, I did.
And I'm assuming after you obtained those tax returns, you reviewed them, correct?
Yes, I did.
And you're familiar with the entirety of those tax returns, meaning for 2022 and 2023?
The relevant pages, yes,
What are the relevant pages in your opinion?
would be the business income.
Meaning the schedule that is attached to the individual tax return, correct?
Correct.
The schedule that is titled qualified business income, correct?
Yes.
Do you know
Itemize
what
that.
the definition of qualified business income is under federal law?
He's rethinking his career choice.
Do you know what qualified business income, as defined under federal law, is different from income under your office's guidelines?
I'm not aware.
Does your office have a policy relating to Schedule C, meaning as part of a tax return for qualified business income?
Yes, they do.
Specifically, as it relates to qualified business income?
To self-employment income and tax returns in general, yes, there is a section, Bridges manual policy.
Okay. You would agree with me, qualified business income is a tax classification, fair?
Yes.
You would agree that qualified business income does not require money to actually be paid to the taxpayer that's filing the Schedule C.
I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware that business can report qualified business income even if an individual affiliated with that business does not receive a single dollar from the business operation?
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear your answer. Hang on one second. We got a train going by here. I did not hear your answer to that last question.
I was going to say yes in the sense that gross receipts of sale or in terms of a partnership with Total Defense LLC is total income that is listed on that tax return, which was utilized the budget, which she failed to report.
So your answer is yes. A business can report qualified business income, notwithstanding the fact that someone affiliated with the business gets $0 directly.
I am unsure on that.
Okay. Do you know if qualified business income can simply be retained by the business for purposes of operation?
This is a great question. I need to call
I'm
my
not aware of
accountant.
that.
No joke.
If the business generates income,
I texted
and
my
that
accountant a
income
similar
is
question to this.
exclusively used to pay for the operations of that business, is it income under MDHHS guidelines?
I believe it would be.
Do you know?
I would have to review the policy manual.
So you don't know? Fair?
I would say that's fair at this moment.
If you don't know, how are we supposed to know? How many steps is each? And she started off doing 3-step pacing. Now she's doing, I think, a 6-step pace.
It's my
Trying to find the
understanding
average to
you
count her
obtained the
steps.
relevant
1, 2,
tax
3,
returns from
4,
Liberty
5,
Tax Service, correct?
That is correct.
And you were provided with those records by an individual named Sam Catone.
For 2021 and 2022.
Did you ever speak with Mr. Catone?
Over email and I believe twice over the phone.
Did you ever interview him regarding the information that was contained in the tax returns?
No, I did not.
Okay. You are aware that he is the tax preparer, correct?
Yes.
Meaning he is the one who prepared the documents that you reviewed and ultimately concluded indicated qualified business income.
Penny for your
Right?
thoughts, Judge.
Since you never interviewed him, you never determined where he received the information that he included in the tax returns, correct?
Correct.
since you reviewed the record, you are aware that at the end of the returns, the tax preparer makes some attestations regarding what's contained in the records, right?
Yes.
And one of those assertions by the tax preparer is that he received information from a number of sources, correct?
I don't believe, did it state a number of sources at the end?
I'm asking you generally, I'm not reading verbatim, but the affirmation at the end of the return that is completed by the preparer, you reviewed it, right?
Yes, I did.
And you are aware that the preparer attests that he received information from a source or sources, right?
Yeah.
That attestation effectively indicates that the preparer received the information either from the taxpayer, a third party, or collateral sources. And in this case, you don't know which, correct?
That would be fair.
You did not observe Ms. Lewin provide Sam Catone with any documents as it relates to Total Defense LLC, correct?
That is correct.
Did you determine whether or not Mr. Catone obtained any records relating to Total Defense LLC?
Yes, I did. He provided me with tax documentation that he utilized to prepare Ms. Lumen's tax returns for 2021 and 2022 as part of a request for certification of the tax return documents.
Okay. Did you review those documents?
Not in their entirety.
Do you know who provided those documents to Mr. Catone?
The way he responded in the email,
No, I'm asking you, do you know
She doesn't
who
let him.
provided those documents to Mr. Catone?
No, I didn't know.
Now, in the Schedule C, which is qualified business income, approximately $62,000 was listed, correct?
I believe it was closer to 66,000.
I'm sorry, maybe I can't read my own handwriting. A number was listed, right?
Correct.
Okay,
An amount.
over 500, right? Okay. Throughout the course of your investigation, did you obtain any bank records for Total Defense LLC?
Not for the business.
Did you determine whether or not any distributions were made from Total Defense LLC to Ms. Lumen directly?
Not that I can identify.
So you cannot confirm that Ms. Lumen received an amount in excess of $60,000 from Total Defense LLC?
I cannot.
Do you know how many individuals are affiliated with Total Defense LLC?
This is
Based on Lara filing, she's a resident agent, so
Do you know what a resident agent is?
she's just the individual listed as the individual that held the records, information such as that.
Okay.
the state.
She's not listed on the articles of the organization, but when I spoke with her during the interview, she indicated that she went through LegalZoom to incorporate the business, which matches up with the articles of the corporation.
Okay. Obviously, you have never seen her perform any work for the LLC, correct?
That is correct.
You have no information indicating she ever received wages or a salary from the LLC, correct?
Other than her tax return file.
Well, that's qualified business income, not distributions. Fair?
That is fair.
So nothing
This is-
throughout the course of your investigation directly established that she received $1 of income actually from Total Defense LLC.
Yes.
This is a legitimate tax question I have with my accountant right now regarding our Airbnb. It has money that's earned from a renter, but it has not been dispersed. And I don't know how that it's going to affect us at the end of the year for taxes.
Throughout the course
I
of
wish it was the North
your
Carolina case.
investigation, were you able to determine whether or not the qualified business income for the LLC in question was simply used for operating expenses for that business?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, throughout the course of your investigation, did you ever determine whether or not the qualified business income that was listed for Total Defense LLC was simply utilized to pay expenses or operate that business?
I did not verify if it was utilized for expenses.
Now, during your investigation, you did reach out to Ms. Lumen, correct?
Yes, I did.
And you spoke with her regarding this matter, correct?
Yes, I did.
You would agree with me that she specifically informed you that she had,
Objection, Your Honor, that would be hearsay.
but he has testified repeatedly to what Ms. Lumen allegedly stated during the interview. I think the door's open and I have a right to follow up.
And
I acknowledge what
No,
I know.
no, sustained.
Thank you.
That's hearsay. You have to put her on the stand.
Did you determine whether or not Ms. Lumen reviewed the tax returns that were filed on her behalf by the Liberty Tax Service?
She verified that she was.
Judge, I'm going to object to hearsay at this point.
Any response? Sustained.
I'll ask the same question, but I'm asking that you don't respond by stating what someone else said. Do you have any, actually strike that?
She's trying to get around the hearsay. Did you come to an understanding?
Did Ms. Lumen, based on your review of the tax returns, actually sign her tax return?
There is no signature from her, but there is a signature PIN number indicating that she did sign the document.
No, indicating that the tax preparer did in fact have authorization to submit on her behalf, correct?
Yes.
But obviously you have no personal knowledge as to whether she reviewed that document for accuracy, correct?
Correct.
If she was personally aware or had actual knowledge of the qualified business income that is listed on the return, correct?
Yes.
If she knew that qualified business income as listed on a Schedule C from a tax return was the same thing as income under your department policies.
I would believe she would be aware that it is.
Tish, you are in fact an OG.
You do not know.
22
Fair?
months. Thank you.
Correct.
We're just watching.
Thus, you cannot indicate
somewhat
whether
exercise
or
right
not, when she checked no income on the redetermination form, whether she knew that qualified business income was in fact income.
Yes.
And thus, whether or not her checking no in the redetermination form was not a truthful statement. Correct?
No, I would not agree with that, based on her rights and responsibilities and her being explained income.
You didn't explain it to her, right?
I did not, that is correct.
You were not present at the time anyone allegedly may have, if ever, explained it to her, correct?
It is indicated they were explained to her.
I understand, you were not present, right?
Correct.
So all of the testimony you just provided, meaning her being advised of rights and responsibilities, that's based on hearsay, meaning what third parties allegedly informed you of.
Yes.
I would say no, just based on the rights and responsibilities appear at the end of applications. There's also a notice under redeterminations that indicate penalties for providing incorrect information. Again, during interviews, the department will review the rights and responsibilities with the client.
Give me 1 second, please.
Can you get me some something to wake me up. Do you have any strong drink, Red Bull, coffee? What do you got? What do you got? Fill my cup. It's funny, the judge like dove under the desk to have this conversation with the bailiff. Grit Grinder, talk about OG. I love this place. Grit Grinder, you are an OG. 34 months. Thank you very much for your support. This is I know this is taxes is boring.
I'm sorry, Ms. Barker.
No, you're okay, Jeff.
Taxes are boring, but they matter.
Sir, you indicated the rights and responsibilities are listed at the conclusion of the predetermination form, right?
Not the full rights and responsibilities.
Okay, well, there's a rights and responsibilities section, correct?
They come in a packet, yes.
No, I'm asking you on the redetermination form, is there a rights and responsibilities section?
No, there is not.
May I approach the witness, Judge?
You may.
Thank you.
You know, she takes
What
a
do you
side
have
route.
there? Can you identify that, please?
I'm not sure what exhibit this was. You submitted them involved.
It'd be one. It's a part of the redetermination forms. Oh,
Yes.
so part of the Pickles one, Judge.
Okay, can you tell me what's at the top of that, please?
It indicates an assistance application, so an MDHHS 1171.
Okay.
This is not a redetermination.
What did he say to the bailiff? Call me in 5 with an emergency. This is her biggest lap. Almost like a victory lap.
So on the assistance application, which is the initial step, there is a quote unquote rights and responsibilities section, correct?
That is correct.
And you would agree with me that that does not indicate or define what income is, correct?
That is correct.
Yogi Kaz, 12
And
months.
on the
Congratulations.
redetermination, the same
Thank you.
exact rights and responsibilities statement is included. Fair?
Fair.
Thus, on the redetermination form, it does not indicate under rights and responsibilities what constitutes income and what does not.
So when you complete
Hold on the redetermination form, does it indicate what constitutes income under rights and responsibilities?
no, it is not.
Sounds like your forms need to be
So
updated
nothing
with some
on
definitions.
the forms that Ms. Lumen allegedly completed and submitted to your department, is there any indication as to what the actual definition of income consists of?
I would request to review I believe it was Exhibit 1, the application. I believe there is a section that specifically asks for self-employment income.
I asked you if it defines.
All right, but he's entitled to.
I think
he's
they have
entitled
one,
to look
Tammy
at the
Lee.
document. Do you
Let me
have the
look.
document, Councilman?
Well, Judge, I have the part that I admitted. There's obviously a larger section. If you want to look at the bigger
It
section.
would just be under income, so it would just be one of the pages.
Okay, well, here, approach, Judge. This is.
And you could hand him that, and you take your time looking through it, and then you can answer the question.
Let's see. Maybe it's a low sugar.
So I would just like to note that under the income section, it does specifically ask about household self-employment. That employment seen on her 2022 and 2023 tax returns would constitute self-employment.
Self-employment requires an individual to actually work for a company, right?
Correct.
Perform work in exchange for monetary compensation. Fair?
Yes.
You've already indicated that you never determined through your investigation whether or not Ms. Lumen actually performed work for Total Defense LLC and received actual compensation, meaning money in hand from the business, correct?
Yes.
You indicated that the application and or redetermination form simply asks, is anyone in your household self-employed, right?
Correct.
Neither form defines what amounts to or constitutes self-employment or what makes an individual self-employed. Fair?
I think as an individual, you have an
know.
awareness of what is self-employment, especially based on the Lara records, the fact that she's associated with the business.
No, she's a registered agent. Right? That's it.
Correct.
And I asked you this earlier, but you'd agree with me that a registered agent can simply be someone that accepts, let's say, service
Mail.
on behalf of an LLC or other business entity, right?
They could.
That doesn't mean they work for the entity officially, meaning provide services in exchange for money, correct?
I suppose.
But she also says she started the company on LegalZoom, which sort of makes you think that she is the owner.
So just to get a clear answer, it doesn't define self-employment or what it means to be self-employed, correct?
Not on the application.
I'm not sure if the lawyer's saying
And
it was too
also
confusing, so she
does
made a mistake.
not provide any information regarding what constitutes income and what doesn't. Fair?
That would be fair.
Thank
Asked
you.
and answered. Did she just make a mistake, or is she saying
There's
she
no
did
further
not get the money?
Redirect?
Yes, sir. Let me go back. Ayden Bowers, as part of your investigation, did you run a lien check on Miss Lehman?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did a photograph come up with respect to Miss Lehman of records?
Yes, it did.
Is the person that you identify as Miss Lehman do the lien check present in the court today?
Yes, she is.
Okay, is she sitting at defense counsel table?
Yes, she is.
Okay, but not the one questioning you?
No.
Okay, Judge, for the record, I'd like the defendant's identification to be noted.
Record should so reflect.
Thank you. Agent Bowers, when somebody begins the application process for FAT benefits, you said they had an interview, is that correct?
That is correct.
Generally, what is explained to them during that interview?
But I'm just gonna object, it's not relevant. He didn't conduct the interview. He can't attest whether or not the same statements were allegedly made to Miss Lumen at any point in time.
I'm gonna ask that you lay more foundation. I'm gonna sustain that.
Thank you.
Agent Bowers, when somebody applies for FAT benefits, what's the process in which they go? How does it work?
So after the department receives the application for assistance, they would then schedule a interview with the client. So they would contact the client, send them notice for an interview.
The client being the person who's applied for benefits.
Correct.
Do those interviews take place in person, over the phone, sometimes both?
Sometimes both. It will be indicated on the interview guide, whether it was conducted over the phone or in person.
And as part of the larger part of the Bridges records, are there records of Miss Lumen being interviewed?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Does somebody get FAT benefits if they've never been interviewed?
They should not.
Generally, what is discussed during an interview for someone who's applied for benefits?
Judge, I'm just gonna advance the same objection. I heard your ruling. I understand he's laid a little bit more of a foundation, but I don't believe this to be relevant for purposes of the hearing because it has no direct relationship to it.
How about, is there a policy or procedure employed by agents in interviewing FAP applicants?
So my interview process would be slightly different than the department's interview process. So the department, they will request personal identifiable information such as social security number, date of birth, home address, information that in general a client should be the only individual that would have access to or be knowledgeable of. And I believe on the interview guides in the exhibits, it would indicate that those questions were asked.
And I guess to put a finer point on it, you said there are roles and responsibilities that somebody has if they're going to receive FAT benefits. Is that correct?
That is correct.
What are some of those roles and responsibilities as it relates to income?
So again, the client would be made aware that that is something the department needs to know based on their applications. The interviews, they are directly asked, is there any self-employment? Is there any general income, such as if you were employed with a grocery store, or if you had unearned income such as disability income or unemployment benefits.
Or
The
babysitting
rights and
money.
responsibilities, the big thing regarding those is they, it's a large packet and it dictates some certain policies in terms of what the client is required to do. In this case, what is relevant is her failing to report her change in income to the department, and that would be Total Defense LLC.
The records that you received from Liberty, there are a number of different things in here that council referred to. But I think the fourth page that entitled U.S. individual income tax.
Is that People's one?
No, Judge, I'm sorry, this is People's 2.
Okay.
It's entitled U.S. individual income tax return, is that correct?
That is correct.
And on this form, I'm just going to hang up here for a second. On this form, her income, other income from Schedule 1, line 10, is that $66,775?
Yes, it is.
And that amount, or any amount, was not reported in her application in 2022. Is that right?
That's correct.
And just to make clear, in 2022, from January 1 to December 31, do you know exactly how much in benefits Ms. Lumen received?
So based on a household of, I believe, 4 or 5, depending on how many children she reported as being in her household, I believe she was making well over 800 in food assistance program benefits.
800 per month?
That is correct.
Agent Bowers, is the exact amount written in your report?
It would not be, but no, it would not be. It would be the exhibit right before the overissue was budgeted in the report where it indicates she received fat benefits.
Judge, can I throw?
Okay, what they're
That number
saying
right
here.
What are you referring to?
Hey, Judge, I'm asking about his report. So let me ask this question again.
What exhibit is that?
It's not an exhibit, Judge. I'm going to refresh his recollection with it.
Okay.
Do you recall indicating how much she received easy for me to say, how much she was overissued in benefits during the year of 2022?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the number? Do you remember how much that was?
A little over 13,000.
Okay. That's how much she received in fat benefits that she was not qualified for because of the income she did not report. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so they're saying that she earned too much money through this business, this defense business, and total defense, and that she applied for a family assistance program and
Any other
got
questions?
$800 a month and needs to pay it back, or no,
Sir,
she needs to
The
be charged with
prosecution
fraud.
asked you about the defendant's individual tax. You recall that, right?
Yes.
And he directed your attention to additional income, correct?
Yes.
And it listed $66,775, correct?
Yes, it did.
And you reviewed the document, you are aware that that is what is listed on the Schedule C, meaning qualified business income.
Yes, it is.
And I think I asked you this, I'm not sure if I did. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but you do not know whether there is a difference between qualified business income and income as defined by your department.
I'm not aware of this time.
I'll check it today, Classic Rock.
You provided testimony indicating that generally speaking, when someone applies for benefits or assistance, they are provided with materials, right?
Prior to signing their name, they are offered the rights and responsibilities and are required to review them prior to signature.
Okay. Like anything you signed, read thoroughly before signing, correct?
Yes.
You have no personal knowledge as to whether or not Ms. Lumen actually reviewed the records, documentation, and/or information that was allegedly, if ever, provided to her, correct?
She signed the document, so I would be under the understanding that she reviewed it as required.
That's your understanding. Do you have knowledge establishing that she in fact reviewed it?
Well, that's not an issue with the department.
Can you just answer the question, please, sir?
No, I do not.
Thank you. Throughout your investigation, you would agree, you never determined whether or not Ms. Lumen was directly familiar with the entirety of the definition of income established by your department?
You know, we have covered this, haven't we?
Like 6 times,
I mean,
Judge.
I think he said it. I think he said it multiple times. I mean, if you don't feel like you've hammered in the point, you can continue. But I think he certainly has acknowledged that at least 3 times.
I was hoping to receive a direct answer to that question. He's provided a.
Go ahead and answer the question, sir.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. Throughout your investigation, you would agree with me that you were unable to determine whether or not Ms. Lumen had actual knowledge of the entirety of the definition of income provided by your department.
Judge is not.
I would say
convinced of
yes,
this argument.
based on the interviews, but again, I'm under the belief, based on policy and all that, that the department would make her aware of what needs to be reported in terms of income.
Sure, the department would attempt to make someone aware, right?
Correct.
But you do not know, and you could not determine whether or not she actually understood what the definition of income established by your department was.
I suppose.
What?
No further questions.
You can step down, sir. Thank you. Any other witnesses?
No.
People move to bind over on count 1?
I do, Judge.
Any response, Ms. Barkovic? You agree this is a fact question, do you not?
Well, Judge, I actually don't agree with that. I don't think that there has been a showing that the defendant engaged in intentional and knowing fraudulent conduct here and made actual fraudulent misrepresentations. You heard the investigator testify that there is no definition of income listed on the application or redetermination. I understand they have a generalized policy as it relates to applicants receiving information from the department. And I know that this isn't a matter of record, but I have thoroughly reviewed all of the policy and procedure manuals from the MDHHS, and it is in fact extremely confusing. There is a long list. I think the manual on income is about 100 pages, if I'm not wrong. It's extensive. It lists in generalized terms what may constitute income. It defines income as money or remuneration received by an individual for services performed. That is the general definition of income, and there's no indication of that on this record. Furthermore, there's no indication that Ms. Lumen in fact received any money from the operation of this business. I think that's clearly established by the testimony of the investigator, and thus when she checks the box on the form that says no income, it may have in fact been true. The people at this exam are required to establish that she intentionally and knowingly made a false statement in order to receive benefits or engaged in some fraud to receive benefits, and they have not done that on this record.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm asking that you dismiss the remaining count of welfare problems.
So,
Judge, I have no response. People still need to bind over. Well, I take it back. I'll make a very quick response. Judge, the agent testified that when someone applies for FAT benefits, there is an interview process. They are given roles and responsibilities. They are told what they are responsible for or not. Ms. Lumen has indicated in all of these forms that she understood that she would follow the rules. The rules are report of income, and based on her income tax, it appeared that she did not do so by a probable cause standard. I think.
yeah, I don't think I need to hear any more. I think there's clearly enough here for a factual issue, factual determination. Defendant is bound over on count 1. Again, I'll just state for the record, the prosecutor moved to dismiss count 2. Count 2 was dismissed. Court finds probable cause to believe the crime of welfare fraud over $500 was committed and that the defendant probably committed the crime. I'm going to go ahead and bind the defendant over. If you'll just wait with all the Christmas holidays, I need to figure out what date this AOI is going to be.
Thank you.
Judge making a call. We're up to 90. 90 on the paces. If you average 4 steps per pace, which I think is conservative, that's 360 steps.
Maybe a little.
And for average step is, I don't know, 2.7 feet. Is that, I'm just spitballing here. Is that a good number?
I just set one yesterday for January the 8th. We've got a little luncheon going on down there.
Sure.
I'm going to make it January the 8th at 9. Ms. Barkovic, I'm going to ask you to go down there and just double check, and you too, Mr. Kessel. But I'm going to put it for January the 8th at 9. And I wish both of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and enjoy your time off. I hope you get a few days.
So bad.
But do double check and make sure that's the appropriate date. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck. Bye. Good luck. Bye, says the judge. I don't know what he had Friday night that he wanted to get to, but being in court was not where he wanted to be. 90 times 4 is 360 steps. Then we multiply that by the average distance that she travels per step. What's her stride length? 26. So let's say 2. Let's say 2 feet. That puts her up to 720 feet. So not quite a quarter mile.
A little bit.
She's under a quarter mile.
Thanks for being Johnny on the spot with the exhibits.
No problem.
No problem. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hope you have some time off too. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Little hot mic continued there. All right. I'm sorry. That was very interesting to me because I have the same tax question. We have an Airbnb. We call it an Airbnb, although we don't actually list it on Airbnb, where Sea Dog Hizzy, 2 years already. 2 years. 2 years. And still rocking that is a Nikon, right? Oh, no, Sony. I can't tell. My eyes are not good enough. Looks good. Congratulations, OG. 24 months. Thank you. Let's see. We've got an Airbnb that we've had renters in. We've had it for, I don't know, over a year now. And so we've had this rent money coming in and going into the Airbnb business bank account. But it's a I guess you call it a partnership. So there are multiple owners in the business. We're part owner and somebody else is part owner who's contributed financially to the building of the Airbnb and everything else. And so we're talking about dispersing money for the first time, where we actually take the money and divide it up amongst ourselves. And I don't know if we've paid taxes on it last year because we had some earned last year, or if we should do it before this year's over, right? To get it in on the tax records now. It's a Nikon D850. It's a nice camera, Corey. It's a nice camera. So I'm basically that whole time I'm thinking I need to call Heather. I need to call Heather, my accountant, and say, hey, what's up? If we do this, what tax implications will that have? All right. Other courts that are happening right now. We've got Judge Dad is still in session with live right now. We also have, I think, Judge Simpson we're trying to look for.
I mean, you really went to great lengths, but that being said, here's what I'm doing. You're to serve 10 days jail now. I don't care who you're going to be with or not with on Christmas. That's just too bad. That's just too bad.
Wait. We're back.
You're going to serve Christmas Day in jail. And
if he's putting somebody in jail for Christmas, it's got to be a good case.
But he was pleading guilty to the body.
What are we waiting for? Jail for Christmas. Yeah, that sucks.
so we don't have any. Right? Does Mr. Stefani have Mr. Haynes too?
They all have him. He's ready on all the other ones. He's just finishing up Mr. Hall.
Are we going to get Tyler Robinson and the DoorDash girl cases? The DoorDash girl, is she the one that sprayed the mace on the food?
All right, people against Malott. Bradley Jacob Malott, 25W838 481. I'll need Ms. Wilds on this. Your name, sir?
Bradley Malott.
2 charges: failure to attend the Positive Strategies program with 4-week follow-up and failure to pay your fines and costs as ordered. Mr. Haynes?
Your Honor, good morning. For what names we have Mr. Mahoney's pleading guilty to the violation.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is the count one that you failed to attend the Positive Strategies program with 4-week follow-up? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to attend that?
Yes.
LLC
Count two
operated
that
as
you
an S
failed.
corp.
Pay your fines and costs as ordered. How do you plead?
Not guilty. On that date, as of today, yes, I did.
Did you fail to pay your fines and costs as you were ordered to? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please are accepted to those 2 counts. Let's move on to another one. Have a seat right behind you there. I'm going to need Jonathan Patrick Johnson, and that's Emily on that one. 25B1489318.
Good morning, we have Jonathan Johnson.
Name, sir?
Johnson.
Okay. What are we doing on this one?
No, we got 12 violations. Number 5 and number 7 are duplicates. They're the exact same thing, same date and time. But he is pleading guilty to the violations. It's a combination of positives for alcohol and for mis-soberly tests.
If you plead guilty, so I'll just dismiss count 7. Is that fair?
That's fine.
So he's going to plead to 1 through 6 and 8 through 12.
Yes.
If you plead guilty here, sir, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for up to 93 days. Do you understand that? I can't hear you. Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. And there will not be a hearing. Do you understand that? I got to keep your voice up for me, sir. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
You got to keep your voice up for me. You understand everything I've said? As to count 1 that you failed. Just give me 1 second. Failed to submit to 7 a.m. PBT on December 12 of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And that's on the sober link, and that was on December 12, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you fail to do that?
Yes, sir.
Count 2 that you submitted a breath test through a sober link on December 13th with positive results. So that would be failing to refrain from consuming alcohol. How do you plead? Did you fail to refrain from consuming alcohol on the 13th?
Yes, sir.
Count 3 that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive again on December 14th. How do you plead? Did you consume alcohol, say again, on that date?
It was open 72 hours.
I didn't ask you that. Did you test positive for that and consume alcohol on the 14th?
Positive, yes.
Count 4 to the charge you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, submitting to a breath test with positive results on December 15th. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you test positive that date?
Yes.
Count 5 that you failed to submit to a 7 a.m. PBT on SoberLink on December 18th. How do you plead?
It's like every day of the week.
I need Emily in here on this one. Count 6 that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol,
19th.
having a positive result on December 16th. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Count 8 that you failed to submit to a PBT on December 18th. How do you plead? Count 9 that you, and did you fail to do that? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Count 9 that you failed to submit to a 7 a.m. PBT on December 20. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Fail to do that? Count 10 that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive on December 20. How do you plead?
Yeah, this probation thing's not working
Fail
for
to do
him.
that? Count 11, you failed to submit to 7 a.m. PBT on SoberLink on December 21. How do you plead? Fail to do that? Count 12, that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive for alcohol on those dates in time. That date, December 21, at 9:04, 9:18, 9:48, October 18, October 48. I'm sorry, 10:48, 11:31, and then missed on 11:48. How do you plead?
Yes, guilty.
Did you fail to do that?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
We're going to need
Pleas
the
are
bailiff on
accepted
this
to
one.
counts 1 through 12 with the exception of 7. Count 7 is dismissed. It's a duplicate.
We're going to need the bailiff on this one, I think. Hello.
I think I need Ms. Decino to tell you what's going on. Your name?
Alexina.
Sober
How
leaks.
disappointing. What would you like to say? I want you to tell Mr. Haynes from the beginning what has happened on this.
So he is scheduled for sentencing on 2 separate show causes on January 14th. There were similar issues, and he was saying that there was something wrong with the device. So we got him a new device, and they sent his other device out to have it checked if there's anything wrong with it. And then got the new device, and we're happy.
So either he should go play the lottery, because I don't remember having somebody have have a malfunctioning device of any kind. Maybe there was. But for someone to have 2, 1 ticket, 150 million. I can't wait to hear, because I am really upset with Mr. Johnson. He gets in sobriety court. We told him it was a marathon. He didn't even get to the end of the sidewalk up here, and he's basically quit. Go ahead. I want to hear.
Yes, Judge, and I don't have the particulars on the hearing that's coming up, but in talking to Mr. Johnson, he's been pretty direct and candid. He's struggling to back off.
He lied to me under oath. He lied to me under oath. I want to repeat what I said. He lied to me under oath. I gave him every opportunity to come clean. And you lied to me under oath. You got no business being in sobriety court. We made a massive mistake on this one. What a failure on our part to see through the nonsensical garbage. And I, as the head of this sobriety court, accept full responsibility. You lied to me under oath. You don't lie in a courtroom, son. I don't care what it is. You want to tell me I'm struggling? I'd have been so understanding, it wouldn't have even been funny. You don't lie to the judge, and you don't lie when you're under oath, and you hit both. I feel like terminating him right now. That's how upset I am with him. I really do. I mean, I'm just ready to go give him 93 days and let's move on. I will not tolerate people lying to the courthouse, not me. It's not about me. Not about me. You don't lie to the judicial system under oath.
These are going to be sound bites.
You don't do it. I gave him every opportunity to get off the mat. No. It's a malfunction. It's a malfunction. So I got to have people from house arrest take time from their day to come on. We got to fool around with switching out devices. And then the same thing happens. And I'm telling you, if this was a malfunctioning device, not 1 but 2, he needs to go buy a lottery ticket. He'll be a billionaire by 6 o'clock or whenever the next drawing is.
Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to go back and watch this one more time.
Unless you think I shouldn't terminate him, maybe there was.
We're going back.
But for someone to have 2, 1 ticket,
audio.
150 million. I can't wait to hear, because I am really upset with Mr. Johnson. He gets in sobriety court. We told him it was a marathon. He didn't even get to the end of the sidewalk up here, and he's basically quit. Go ahead. I want to hear.
Yes, Judge, and I don't have the particulars on the hearing that's coming up, but in talking to Mr. Johnson, he's been pretty direct and candid. He's struggling to back off.
He lied to me under oath. He lied to me under oath. I want to repeat what I said. He lied to me under oath. I gave him every opportunity to come clean. And you lied to me under oath. You got no business being in sobriety court. We made a massive mistake on this one. what a failure on our part to see through the nonsensical garbage. And I, as the head of this sobriety court, accept full responsibility. You lied to me under oath. You don't lie in a courtroom, son. I don't care what it is. You want to tell me I'm struggling? I'd have been so understanding, it wouldn't have even been funny. You don't lie to the judge, and you don't lie when you're under oath, and you hit both. I feel like terminating him right now. That's how upset I am with him. I really do. I mean, I'm just ready to go give him 93 days and let's move on. I will not tolerate people lying to the courthouse, not me. It's not about me. Not about me. You don't lie to the judicial system under oath. You don't do it. I gave him every opportunity to get off the mat. No. It's a malfunction. It's a malfunction. So I got to have people from house arrest take time from their day to come on. We got to fool around with switching out devices. And then the same thing happens. And I'm telling you, if this was a malfunctioning device, not one but two, he needs to go buy a lottery ticket. He'll be a billionaire by 6 o'clock or whenever the next drawing is. Unless you think I shouldn't terminate him, I'm doing it right now.
Did he plead guilty?
Yeah, he's pled guilty to all these. And now his lawyer started out, Mr. Haynes, a gentleman, he's struggling with alcohol, which is what I knew from the beginning. But he wouldn't tell me that. He wanted to lie to me. He wanted to assure me he didn't. I told him, you're not going to testify falsely under oath. Go ahead.
Judge, you've been around this even a little longer than I have with this a long time. With this particular problem, you don't know when people are ready. You don't know when they admit it. You don't know when they see the light. A lot of times people have lived a long time trying to get away with things, and it becomes a habit. Today, and this will not around for the other part of this, I met Mr. Johnson for the first time today. We talked about it, and pretty quickly we got to the point. He has been involved in counseling with the GARA. I'm hoping the court will order that his counseling is increased, possibly intensive outpatient, because he is struggling with that degree and he needs the help. I don't know exactly what's going on with him in his personal life, but he does have a job. He works at the call center, gets off at midnight. He says he's doing his meetings after that. He's working toward getting a sponsor, but he doesn't have one yet. And maybe getting a sponsor would be the part of this that helps make a difference for him. But if he's made a step today that he's acknowledging this, I hope he gets a chance.
The lawyer's doing his best here, but his client's not giving him a lot to work with.
Anything else that you want to say, sir?
No. Give me this option. I won't fail. I won't fail people.
Anything you want to say?
I'm sorry, I am with Mr. Haynes in some capacity that I don't think it's uncommon for the early days for people to fight it. I think it is a step in the direction that he was at least honest today. I'm equally as frustrated when I think of the work I put into the other violation. I'm kind of thinking that maybe a scram tether would be appropriate because now we're having an issue that he's missing the 7 and 11 a.m. one. And then I would definitely want to speak to Hagera about getting him into IOP and maybe an MAT consultation. And the ETG did come back and confirm. I got it today for the record.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand how when a judge lets you off the mat, and I did let you off the mat. I mean, I told you not to lie to me, and you lied under oath. I get the whole addiction thing. We all get that. Every one of us get that. I don't understand how when I was talking to you and I knew you were lying and you kept assuring me you weren't lying and you testified under oath. I would not blame myself for sending you away today for 93 days. I want to be clear about that. You just got started in this program. And you aren't even giving it a shot. And again, I get the addiction thing. We all understand that people are going to fail. They're going to relapse. I get it. But you went to such great lengths. I'm going to have a hard time forgiving you for that. I mean, you really went to great lengths. But that being said, here's what I'm doing. You're to serve 10 days jail now. I don't care who you're going to be with or not with on Christmas. That's just too bad. That's just too bad. You're going to serve Christmas Day in jail. And for you to make me do that, for me to do that, you really pushed me. You ought to know that. You're to have a MAT consultation. You're to convert to a scram tether first business day following release. So we can even take the sober link that he's on. I don't know where he got it, if he got it from house arrest. Pardon?
He'll have to take it to house. If he doesn't have it with him today, he can bring it.
Do you have it?
I would rather him keep it almost so that when he gets out,
It's going to be.
what if he gets out at 7 p.m. on a Saturday,
That's fine. I'll let you work on that. You're going to return that. We're going to give you a scram tether, 10 days jail, 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. This is basically about it. This is your last chance. You lie to me again, we're done. Good luck. That's what we'll do. And you can talk to Gary about IOP, intensifying the treatment.
doesn't seem for the court.
I do. And we'll see how things go. Thank you very much. People against Bradley Jacob Malott, 25W838481. Your name? Ms. Wilds, your name?
Elizabeth Wilds, probation, Your Honor.
Strange. All right, I sentenced him June 25th, 12 months probation. Why has he done the positive strategies? And where do we stand with the
Money's been paid, Judge.
Okay.
Ms. Wilds, it's in the system. Did that shortly after the violation was filed. Ms. Wilds has indicated the next time is January 22nd for the positive strategy program. We make no excuse for that not being done yet, but he will be able to enroll and do it that day.
What do you think, Ms. Wilds?
Yes, Your Honor, I kind of agree with what you started off. It's been a minute. I have given Mr. Malott the information a few times in regards to the program. At the last visit I had with him, I told him I couldn't afford to give him any more time to do the program. Mr. Haynes is correct. I did let him know that the next scheduled one through PERS is January 22. I don't think it's without reason to give him a few extra days on the court work program as penalty for kind of dragging his feet, Your Honor.
Yeah, I agree. Anything?
We're going to jump to current time with Judge McNally. Fast forward a couple minutes here.
For a stay.
Judge, excuse me, counsel, if I may.
Yeah,
this was
go
the
for it.
one that we had received a motion from Ms. Verk requesting the court date moved up on her objection. The garnishment hearing, I believe it was. And
Yeah, I
you had
think
asked that I move the date up.
Right.
Ma'am, your name, ma'am.
Ume UMMI
VIRK, Umevark.
Your Honor, I think what happened is she filed a motion for installment payments scheduled for January 13th of 2026. We have no objection to that being heard today. I guess if we hear it today, then her motion for stay becomes a moot point. It's up to the court how the court wants to deal with the motion.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and hear your motion for installment payments now, ma'am, okay?
Yes.
Tell me why you can't afford this. I'm vaguely remembering what you're talking about, Jennifer, but not really. I remember you talking to me about how I wanted to proceed on this with regard to moving the date up. I vaguely remember that. What are you asking to be able to pay, ma'am?
My mom is not able to speak English well, so can I speak on her behalf?
No.
Yeah, well, what is your name?
Marine Verk.
This presents a problem.
All right, so I got to be a little careful here now. I didn't know that, or we would have gotten an interpreter. I can't really let you. Can you translate for me? I can do that so I can expedite the hearing. Can you speak to her and translate? I can't let you represent her.
Yeah.
All right, so your name is Marie Verk?
Marine Verk.
How do you spell your first name?
Mehreen.
All right. And what language do you speak? You speak English, obviously. What does your mother speak?
Urdu.
And you also, are you fluent in Urdu?
Yeah.
Any objection to me doing it this way, Mr. Sloom?
No
I mean,
objection,
I can't get
Your
an
Honor.
interpreter here this second.
No objection, Your Honor. I don't think it's a real complicated matter.
Right.
I'll let, no objection.
Ms. Burke, young lady, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that you will make a true and accurate translation between the court and the parties here. In other words, you're going to translate to your mother, you're going to translate to me and the lawyer what your mother's saying. You promise to tell the truth and do that and make a proper translation under oath?
For translation.
I do.
Okay. Now, all right, put your hand down. Now you're going to ask your mother, you're going to repeat exactly what I say to her, and you're going to repeat exactly what she says to me. You can't engage in a side conversation with her, okay? Fair enough?
Okay.
All right, ma'am, tell me
Yes,
how
sir.
much you think you can afford to pay. You're going to tell her that.
Okay.
I can
पूछता क्या भी तू किन्ने देने ने?
I can afford at the most $20 a month.
So she,
How much?
She answers in English.
$20 a month.
She understood.
Do you
$20.
work? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. This isn't working. I thought you said she can't understand English and she's talking to me.
She can understand it, but not really well.
Well, I need you to translate for me. Okay?
So she needs to speak in Urdu.
Tell me why you can only afford, and you tell her this, tell me why you can only afford $20 per month.
क्योंकि मेरी minimum
तू मेनू गल क्यों नहीं करन देंदी? तू ओनू दस भी तू ओनू $20 per month क्यों सिर्फ दे सकनी है?
क्योंकि मैं
There's so many people there.
minimum wages ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ expenses ਬੜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ lot of bills ਨੇ medical bills
Expenses, a lot of
therapy ਦੇ,
bills, medical bills.
and
I
for
understand this.
hospital ਦੇ,
I understand
ਜਿਹੜੇ
Urdu.
mental health ਦੇ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ rent ਵੀ ਹੈ
Come on, you got to tell me now, please. Tell me.
She said that she can't afford it because she is working on minimum wage and because she has a lot of medical expenses and therapy expenses
ਇਸ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ
because of her shoulder rotated cuff is broken and she needs surgery for that. So she's been going to therapy and to the hospitals and appointments, and she has a lot of medical expenses.
Mr. Saloom, tell me what you're asking for. And I want you to go slow so this young lady can interpret.
Yes, Your Honor. So pursuant to the garnishments, we were receiving, I think, approximately $630 a month. But we would agree to accept $300 a month. We've tried to work out a payment plan with her, but haven't been able to do that.
She's only making $2,400 a month. She's got a motion here that says she pays $1,800 in rent and $600 in utilities.
I see. Yeah, Your Honor, I guess a more reasonable request would be $150 a month.
Well, I'm going to make it $40 a month. Sorry. I'm going to ask you to tell your mother, ma'am, tell her, I'm going to order that you pay $40 per month.
And the payable to 40 per month. The amount
And I'm going to ask you to prepare an order to that effect, Mr. If you would, please.
Yeah, we will. There may be one in the file. I don't know. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. But in any case,
$40 per month beginning January 10th and the 10th of every month thereafter until paid in full.
There's something my mom wants to tell, and it's that she recently filed for a medical leave at her work where it wasn't covered, and she works part-time now, and it's hard for her to manage the expenses, so she wants to know if you can please go down. And she barely goes like 2 days a week now.
Jeez, I can't do much better. I'll make it $25 per month, and I'll start it beginning February the 10th. And the 10th
Your Honor, if I may, this is approximately a $10,000 judgment.
I know.
And I appreciate her predicament, but whether it's 25 or 40, that's just, that's something people kind of work with, whether they're up or down as far as meeting their obligations. And, I think the court knows my position. Yeah.
I get it, but that's my order. $25 a month starting February 10th. $25 a month starting February 10th. Now tell your mother they still can garnish. They still can garnish. Listen. They can still garnish they can't garnish wages, but they can garnish tax returns, bank accounts, and the like. So she needs to understand that. They still could garnish her tax returns. That's the best I can do. Tell her. Would you please tell her everything I'm saying?
Bank account the taxes less than it is up to best.
Can't do better than that. I'm sorry.
She wants to know if she can send the installments on her own.
Yeah, tell her where to send them, Mr. Saloon.
Yes, that's fine. We're going to send.
Discover Bank is basically writing this off.
For installment payments of $25 a month beginning February 10th, 2025. And, we'll have a P.O. box and an address where she can mail the payments to us.
Tell her that. Tell her that.
And the new address send
With no interest, that'll be 33 years to pay it off.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Your Honor, one last thing. Is there, I don't know if there's a pending garnishment, or I know it was filed in October. Is
there a garnishment already filed in this?
Judge, I'm pulling up the garnishments right now.
If there is, I would just ask that anything being withheld be released to plaintiff's counsel.
Yes, there was one issued in September.
If anything's been withheld, tell her that on the garnishment, it's going to be sent to the plaintiff lawyer. On the garnishment.
The garnishment that you took us withheld to a plaintiff lawyer. What does that mean?
It means if her wages have been garnished, then her employer's been keeping the money, and they are going to send that to Mr. Saloon and the plaintiff's lawyer. Okay?
So she's not gonna get them?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay?
Your Honor, do you need us to do an order on the
all of that? All of that. The sooner the better, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
She wants to know if she can get the garnishments back.
No. Okay, I've been too fair. I haven't been fair with them, if anything. Have a good holiday, everybody. What's your name?
You as well, Judge. Thank you. Everyone have a good
What's
day.
That?
Davis.
Is that up for today?
11 o'clock.
You guys get how much is this case worth, Mr. Scanlon?
No change.
$1,000,
I'm not
You
sure.
guys can't resolve this?
The child brief. Mr. Lewis doesn't.
So yeah, run up a
Mr.
$10,000 bill
Lewis
on a
doesn't
credit card, then can't pay. Judge says you have to pay $25 a month starting in February.
Come on up here, guys. Give me the file. I need the file.
The Urdu translation, Urdu English translation.
John, why don't you move all those? We're gonna have to have them sit there. Huh?
You should have that one.
I got this.
Should have.
Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Mount St. Louis versus Brian Marshall, 2502190R. Everybody,
Look at the
state your
jacket
name.
that attorney has. Looks like a nice leather coat.
Before Gerard Scanlon, P number 74992, hearing on behalf of the witness Brian Marshall, the president to my right.
Your name, sir?
Morning, Your Honor, Brian Marshall.
Mr. St. Louis, your name?
Donald St. Louis.
All right, let me just look back and file momentarily here.
He wants to sit down. Keeps looking over at the other side. Doesn't want to sit before them.
All right.
Judge is not reading. He's just flipping through the pages. Hello. What you guys doing? You're going to shave?
All right. You know what? I hate this I'm filing. I just don't get it. I'm all for change if it makes it better, but it hasn't made it better. It's made it 4 times more complicated. So I don't have a small claims. This was initially filed in small claims, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Jennifer, have somebody bring me down the small claims affidavit. Before
pulling it
then,
up right now.
before then I had files. It was a lot easier, but
Your Honor, if I may.
yeah, you can handle that.
Thank you.
All right, so I've got Mr. St. Louis claiming for labor performed.
Judge wants to be Santa Claus this week. He really does. He's trying to give everyone the best Christmas
You're claiming
outcome possible.
$27.89, right? Mr. St. Louis?
He returned my tools after.
How much are you claiming?
Just the 2,000 plus the court item.
$2,000. What's the $2,000 for?
Wages for all the work performed.
Okay.
Up to the point of where we had to move to another job because 2 weeks turned into 4 weeks and it wasn't anywhere because he wasn't.
All right, okay. Sit down, everybody. Give
Have
me
a
your
seat.
opening statement,
Here we
Mr.
go.
St. Louis. You can tell me what your theory of the case is.
We working on a job on Philly and Allen Park. Carlos, my partner, and myself. For him. He wrote it up and doing the job. He approached us about his girlfriend, homeowner slash Lauren, wanted to have a bathroom redone. So, for the record, he's my stepson, you know.
Oh, wow. His family.
So I went one night, met him at Lauren's house. And she went through the whole procedure of what she wants to do, that she do this, how she'd like to have it done. And I'm like, okay, so when it was all said and done, she went around in another part of the home to water plants, and he said, well, how much are you guys going to charge? I said to do all that work, except he was going to do all the tile work in the bathroom. She's fine. I said 4,800. We had a week to go still, and then when she went on vacation, because it was a 2-week vacation she was taking,
2-week vacation.
I started. The first night, the first time in there, he was in there and started helping, and I asked him, I said, what are you doing? Are you taking away work from Carlos and I that you wanted us to do? And he goes, well, I'm just helping you get going. Don't worry, you're gonna get all the money. So I continued to go. Carlos would come when he was doing the skin work, the finished muddy over on another job. So he'd go there for a couple hours, then come over and we'd work together. We completed demo of ripping out all the walls and everything.
All right, I just want to hear what your theory of the case is. He owes you money.
Right.
He owes you $2,000.
I'm being generous on that, Your Honor, because I'm gonna go on, just being fair about it. For the amount of time and work I had to put in with him, including using my truck 2 times to go to Home Depot, meet him, load it up with cement, go back to her place, mix it, and all that. He just, for some reason, couldn't stay out of getting it so involved in this, and there was the problem. He was supposed to supply all the materials, we could have been in and out. But it didn't happen, so we put up with it to the point where the other job, Mr. Phillips in Dearborn Heights, had already, we backed him up 1 week, going into totally doing his whole remodeling on kitchen and everything. And finally had to go 4 weeks. He wanted 2, so we got it done in 2. I said, yes. But at no point were we supposed to deal with him being involved with, he works for major contractor. He ain't even around during the day. And then twice on weekends, he was gone. Once he took his daughter up north to visit the grandpa. Okay, that's fine. But we could not get the material to complete this job. So I figured.
It's your paperwork. It's wise to be.
Go ahead. I figured we normally figure out jobs out at $30 an hour labor. I got at least 80 hours, actually probably more, but I settled for 80. Carlos got 12 coming there. And that there would have been 24 on me and another 340 on him, something like that. So I just went down to 2. That was it.
All right, okay.
The only, but we don't track hours. We bid a job according to what the job is worth on the market. So that's why I said 4,800, but if I had to be reasonable, because they brought it up, wanting to know how many hours. Well, we don't track hours, but if I had to give a rough guess, that's where I would put it. To, you know, about 20 some, just over 20, or pardon me, Your Honor. 80, about closer to $90, 90.
You said 92
But I'll settle
earlier.
it. I mean, simple math.
So you're charging $100 an hour, basically?
No. $30 an hour times 80 hours. That's 2,400.
Okay.
And 12 hours for Carlos when he was there helping me with all, as I submitted into your file, as you instructed to make sure I could complete the thing for the court. There's pictures there, but that's not pictures of all the work that was done. I took pictures of a lot.
All right, okay. Let me hear from you.
Main premise of this cause of action, Your Honor, is that my client didn't supply the materials for the job.
Did.
Didn't. That's the main premise. Didn't supply the materials. That's what he said. When asked in an interrogatory to describe how the breach occurred, his answer was Brian failed to supply the materials for the job. And I've got receipts that show clearly that my client has spent over $2,000 in materials and he's prepared to testify with it. Further, I've also cited a case in my trial brief. This is the Van Dyke's case that indicates that when a job is done for a family member, which Mr. St. Louis has already testified that my client is the stepson, it's done for and gratuitously done and or furnished. In that there's a presumption that arises that Mr. St. Louis is going to have to overcome according to the case. He has no cause of action. He has no damages. My client supplied the materials, and thus we're asking that the case be dismissed and costs and attorney fees be awarded.
We did some work, though. Nobody's disputing he did work, are they?
That's not the nature of the breach. The nature of the breach is, in him, in his own words, in the interrogatories that I'm going to introduce as evidence, the nature of the breach is that he failed to supply the materials. My client has received from Home Depot indicating that the materials were purchased and he's prepared to testify that he did purchase them.
All right.
Therefore, he has no cause of action.
Call your first witness. Call your first witness. If you want to testify, you can come up here. If you don't, you can call your friend here, or you can call the defendant here, or call whoever you want. But you got to come up and I'm going to swear you to an oath. That was just an opening statement before. Yep. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to affirm under penalties of perjury. With the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Have a seat. All right, go ahead and tell me. Now you can be detailed. Go ahead, tell me everything you want to tell me.
When I went in there, they had already been doing shopping. Toilet somewhere, it was worth
Are you charging for the labor or for the materials?
just the labor. The agreement was he's gonna supply the material when I needed it. Not purchasing a cabinet here, a toilet that was all done before we even started. I didn't even go in. They had stuff stockpiling. So if this material for receipts is where he's going, the only materials he bought while I was there working was copper, piping, fittings, shut-offs, the PVC 3-inch, 2-inch, and 1.5 for the drain systems. There was some lumber.
Sir, I'm asking you, are you suing for labor or materials or a combination thereof?
Just labor, sir, Your Honor.
Just labor.
Here, that's all, Your Honor.
All right. And how many hours labor did you have?
I'm saying I can safely say I put it at minimum 20 hours labor. We charge $30 an hour labor. That's a very good rate in this kind of.
Okay. That's $600. How are you coming up with 2,000?
80 hours.
You said 20 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. 80 hours, 2 weeks. I was there for over a 4-week stretch, in the evening and on weekends.
And what did you do in that 80 hours? I'm sorry?
Finished demoing all the old walls and everything. Then I had to remove piping. And there was 2 exterior walls when come in. I ended up removing them. Copper. Then I was doing rerouting copper for where it was supposed to go. The whole drain system. He cut the floor out because he was.
I want to know what you did. Don't talk about him.
Yeah.
What else?
Then I was there in the evenings helping him. Like I said.
What were you doing?
People got cement, come back, mixing cement. He took it in and doing that.
What else?
The wire, couldn't move all of it. Some
demoed the walls, removed the piping,
repair and
rerouted the carpet, and you went over and got cement for him. That take 80 hours to do all that?
Oh, yes.
80 hours to do all that?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, what else? Anything else?
Because there,
I just want to know what else you did.
there's a lot.
I want to know. Tell me.
So the walls that I removed were the existing old walls. Okay. And then I chipped around to give them an idea of where the plumbing had to run. I had to retake apart. This is it. Even going to do stuff in the evening. And then the next day I got to clean up when
I want to know what you did. Just tell me what you did. I don't want to know what he did. I want to know what you did.
And I loaded the trailer and hauled it to the dump, emptied it and brought it back, which I even paid the dumping fee, which that was out of my own pocket. So all this work that I put in time putting in on this job, and many other times it was cleanup after him leaving a mess all over. That was it.
And did he tell you he was going to pay you $30 an hour?
No, he agreed to pay $48 for the job, but we were
48 what?
$4,800 for the whole job. Then,
but you never got that in writing.
No, we had a verbal agreement, and when he even discussed it with, talked to Carlos about working over there too.
All right, go ahead.
So basically, we're just asking for the amount of work we did came to almost half of the work that was supposed to be put in, not counting Kyle.
All right.
That was his understanding and agreement.
Okay, fair enough. You got questions for him, Mr. Scanlon?
You.
Judge doesn't like family against family. He doesn't like when people can't communicate.
St. Louis, you indicated that you don't have anything to prove that this conversation between you and my client took place, correct? Regarding
At the house or at the Fillmore?
You don't have any proof regarding the conversation that took place that indicated that my client was going to pay you $4,800 for this job. Nothing in writing.
Nothing in writing, no.
Okay, and you indicated that you don't have anything in writing to prove that my client offered to pay you $30 an hour for labor performed on this job.
No, he wanted the ballpark price for the job, which I quoted 4,800.
Your Honor, can I approach the witness?
Yes. Had you worked with your stepson on work before?
Yes, we were coming off, back here, we were coming off of a house in Allen Park, Philomene. We opened up the kitchen, removed walls, redone it. I moved, electrical, plumbing. Actually, I did a lot of electrical for it. We had no written agreement. It was a verbal agreement on that one too, which.
All right, okay. I just asked you if you'd worked with him before. That's good. You answered the question. You can proceed.
I'm gonna approach the witness, Your Honor, show him what's been marked as proposed exhibit, defense proposed exhibit. Sorry. Sir, do you recognize that document?
Did you just mark that yourself?
I did, unless you're a sticker.
Yeah, we're gonna mark it defense 1. Hand that back to my recorder, will you, Mr. Scanlon, please?
You don't mark your own exhibits.
Defense 1?
Yes.
It's not going to be defense A. It's going to be defense 1.
Thank you.
I don't believe this case. I don't think you can actually demolish and repair a bathroom in 4 weeks. Having personally done 2 bathrooms now, I guess 3 if you count the Airbnb, it just can't be done. It can't be done. It's not a real thing. I mean, maybe this is my grievance that I'm just airing a little early. Mine took 9 months. I don't know why. Probably because I was the one doing it.
Whole thing? Yeah, I'll give you some time to look through it.
Definitely possible if you pay the money. Hey, Mrs. R.A.'s here. Hey, Mrs. R.A., what you looking for?
We have any local. I'm reading there. It was more about supplying material. He kept.
I didn't hear a word you said, sir.
I'm sorry, there's no question. I just asked if you recognize the document, sir, yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How do you recognize that document?
Well, you sent it to me.
Okay, and these are interrogatories that were sent to you by my firm? I'd like to draw your attention. Question number 5. You can turn to that one, please.
Yeah, I got it right there.
Says, please describe in detail how the verbal agreement between you and the defendant was breached. Can you read for me your answer, please?
Brian failed to supply all material for us and continued to disrupt the work that Carlos and myself agreed to do from the agreement we made.
Okay. So that answer indicates that my client, the breach of the contract occurred because my client failed to supply the material, is it not?
Well, there was more than just that.
So yes or no question, sir? That was
Part of it.
Well,
Yes or no?
that was the answer you gave, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there you are.
I know.
Yeah.
What else, Mr. Scanlon? And then this is pretty easy. I want to hear from your client.
Understood, Your Honor. I just want to put the proofs on the
All right, go ahead. Ask me your next question.
Question number 5.
Judge has
The
questions for the
question
client.
is ask you to produce a copy of any invoice that you sent to my client for any analysis. You didn't send him any outstanding invoices, did you, sir?
No, I wasn't buying anything.
All right. But you never sent him any outstanding balances for any materials, and you never sent him any outstanding balances for the labor work, right? Yes or no?
There is no balance for material. I was not responsible for purchasing it. So why would I send it?
It's not a question.
I don't need you to argue with him, but I got his answer. Move on to your next question.
Judge came in today hoping to be
And
Santa
you
Claus,
indicated,
give
sir,
everyone a
that
gift.
Mr.
This is what
Marshall
he's
is your
getting.
stepson?
That's correct.
No further questions.
I have nothing further for this witness at this time, Your Honor.
Do you have any other testimony you want to offer? Yes or no? No. Okay, I want to hear from Mr. Marshall. Come on up here, Mr. Marshall.
Sorry, I moved to admit this.
Yeah, you can move to admit that. That's defense one, right?
That's defense exhibit one.
Any objection to the admission of that, Mr. No, Your Honor. Defense one is admitted. Mr. Marshall, come on up here. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Mr. Marshall, be careful. Judge just had a morning.
Your Honor, wait, I do believe that what he just admitted, I already gave you a copy in the file.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Did you hire him to do some work for you?
I did request, or if they'd be willing.
I can't hear you. Keep your voice up. Did you hire your stepfather to do work for you?
I requested assistance for him.
Did you pay him?
I did not pay him. He was under he was going to help me with my girlfriend's bathroom.
Did you pay him on the prior job that he had just described that he helped you with?
I did, Your Honor. That was through my construction company.
But you didn't pay him on this one?
Correct.
Did you ever stop him from going over there?
I would never stop him going over.
Did you ever tell him, I'm not paying you for this?
I mentioned it on a text message when he called and said I owed him money for work he performed. I told him that I was going to, it was the, if I may, Your Honor, the bathroom was for my girlfriend. It was boyfriend helping girlfriend.
I know, it wasn't, it was your girlfriend, not his.
Right, not his girlfriend.
Right? Wait, wait. I want to ask you some questions here, and I get it. Do you have any reason to dispute that he worked on that bathroom?
No.
You heard how many hours he said he worked. You said he worked 80 hours. Do you have any reason to dispute that? How many hours do you think he spent working over there?
Realistic work is probably 10.
10 hours?
10. I'll give him 20.
Did he demo the walls?
I assisted in demoing. Yeah.
I didn't ask you that.
Yes.
Did he demo the walls? Did he remove the pipe?
Yes.
Did he reroute the copper?
No.
Did he go and get supplies from time to time?
He assisted me.
He got cement, right?
In his truck with my.
And he brought it back there, right?
Correct.
And was your girlfriend home the whole time?
No.
Were you there every time that he was working there? How did he gain access if you weren't there and the girlfriend wasn't there?
He had a key provided by my mother.
All right.
Is $30 an hour a normal price for that work?
Yeah, that's a fair price.
All right. Pay up.
But you expected him to give it to you, do this work for free?
It was a team effort. Carlos was going to be the gentleman who came in and did
I know, but he wasn't the girlfriend, right? I mean, you were doing this for your girlfriend, right?
Correct.
Was he friends with your girlfriend?
Yes.
Was he friends with your girlfriend before he started working on the job?
Yes. He's known her for a long time.
How long's a long time?
My girlfriend and I have been together for 8 years.
How sad. You guys are father-in-law and stepfather and stepson, and you guys are in here and.
Week of Christmas.
Huh?
I agree.
Well, I know, but I don't think you've been fair with him. You want my honest opinion? I don't think you've been fair with him. You better make it 100% certain, 100% clear that you're not paying him. If you're going to have him do work, I don't care if it's on your girlfriend's, I don't care whose house it is, your friends, I don't care. Do you have any questions of him?
Yes, he does.
Mr. Marshall, you indicated that the amount of work that was done by Mr. Hussein was amounted to maybe 20 hours. Correct. Not the 80 that he's indicated. Correct. And you did in fact pay for labor or materials rather from Home Depot. That's right. Okay. And you had those on your credit card statements?
Correct. The Home Depot credit card statements.
So he wants to pay $600 for the
Yeah,
bathroom
sure.
remodel. Yeah, I don't think you can do a bathroom in 20 hours.
I don't care what he answered on the interrogatories. But did he say or not say that he wasn't seeking any amounts for materials?
It's the basis of his lawsuit.
Well, I don't think so. It sounds to me like it's more labor. Are you not suing for the labor?
Labor only, Your Honor, time put in. For work done.
Even his affidavit, money's owing for labor performed at 23776 Carter Road, Brownstown. I don't care what he said in an interrogatory. He's not a lawyer. He did a haphazard job. I'm not even considering materials here. I'm not awarding him anything for materials. So I don't think we got to talk about materials because it's not relevant.
That's all the
Unless
lawyer
we get
has.
into the 4,800 and you want to start talking about that. 4,800 included materials, and so this guy, Mr. Marshall, bought some of the materials, so that should rightfully come off the contract price. But I'm just telling you how I'm leaning here, and that is this guy's entitled to quantum Maryland. Whether they had an ironclad solid agreement or not, $30 in the industry is not outrageous. He clearly did some work. The question is how much work, and it has nothing to do with the materials. But go ahead. You ask, and I'll rule, and I'll stop you if I think you're going off into places that are.
Well, and I would argue, Your Honor, too, that he answered these interrogatories and indicated that the breach occurred because materials weren't paid for. Regardless of
The
whether.
first word of his claim is for labor performed.
Right.
Look at his affidavit and claim.
So what's the basis?
Hang on. I want you to look at his affidavit.
I did. What's his basis?
Careful.
He said money's owing for labor performed. Why are you arguing with? I mean, I could read this when I was 6. Money's owing for labor performed. He doesn't say anything about repairs.
Right.
I'm sorry, it doesn't say anything about materials.
So he's indicating that there's labor, yet when he answers the interrogatory.
I know. I get it. That can go to his credibility. I get it. But that's what his claim's for. And I heard everything you said, that he indicated that this gentleman didn't supply him with the materials. I get it. But I don't think he's really talked about materials. He talked about picking up materials maybe that Mr. Marshall should have picked up. Go ahead, ask your next question.
No, that's fine. I'll rest.
I don't.
He's got nothing.
I'm not trying to talk. This is a very small case. And I want to afford you every opportunity to ask whatever you want. I'm just telling you where I'm going with that. And that's what I'm going to do on these little cases. That's what I always do. And so we don't have to guess. This isn't over 25,000 or anything more. But go ahead. Let's all right. Do you have any questions of him?
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Finished on that Sunday. And you stormed out because you wanted to run wiring, and I'm like, upset up and gone. Now, after that day, I called you, and I said, I need the rest of my tools.
Is this a question or a testimony?
I wanted to verify that this is what, I asked you for money owing. What was your response to that?
You asked if I had your planner.
No, about the money. When I said you owe me $2,000, what was your response?
I don't know you any money. You locked up the job.
You said you don't have to pay me because we didn't have a written contract. Is that correct?
I don't know. Exactly. I gave her a text message or so.
When I told you that night how much money that Carlos and I would expect to do everything, and you were only gonna handle tile work at the end, did you inform Lauren about that?
Lauren was present during the conversation.
She was not present when I told you the amount of money. There was only you and I.
All right, you can't argue with him.
Yes.
You can come back up on rebuttal and tell me something different, but you can't argue with him. He's not giving you the answer you want.
Did the homeowner know that the amount of money we wanted?
Lauren was present there.
Chad calls for speculation.
That's fair. I'm going to sustain. Strike that answer. Go ahead and ask your next question.
That's it, Your Honor.
You can step down, sir, unless you have something else. Come on back. I want to hear from you. Is this your buddy here?
This is, Carlos Velazquez. Him and I have been, teamed up for 27 years working together.
Come on up here.
Come on up. Come on down.
Can you spell your name for my recorder?
E as in Victor, ELASQUEZ.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got. Have a seat. You know which residents they're talking about.
Stuart needs popcorn.
You know which residents they're talking about.
48 minutes. That's the city that Brian's girlfriend lives in.
Did you do work there?
Yes.
How much work did you do?
Help Brian with doing the plumbing.
I didn't ask you that. How much work? How many hours? What did you do?
I assisted Brian with plumbing and doing a couple framings and all stuff. Right by the back side of the shower.
That's not a lot.
I was at another job, in between jobs, and while I was letting stuff dry over there, I would come and help Ron a little bit. That's how we work. So he would do the plumbing, electrical to get started. Then I would come over there. Then we would do the drywall. I would finish all the drywall. Then we will assemble everything. Because, you know, it's a step-by-step process doing things like that.
Do you have any questions of him?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions of him?
Well, how much time did you spend on this job?
About 14 hours.
That's it?
Yes. We was in the middle of another job. I was finishing the other job.
14
In
hours.
the process, I would go over and help him with a few things.
Were you there the entire time that Mr. St. Louis was there on the
I was
building?
not.
So you have no way of saying how many hours Mr. St. Louis spent on this job?
The way the job works, it's not,
Yes,
it's
sir.
like a small puzzle.
Right.
So, no, I wasn't there the full time.
So you don't have any idea how many hours Mr. St. Louis?
Just basically from what he told me every single day, call.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Basically, every day he would call. And he would tell me, you know, what he did. It's just, you know.
Okay, so a little bit of credibility. For
Any
the,
other questions of him?
on the hours?
Either one of you?
All right.
You can step down, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any other witnesses, Mr. St. Louis?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any witnesses, Mr. Scanlon?
No, Your Honor.
Any argument, Mr. St. Louis?
I don't know if Your Honor has had a chance to look at all the pictures that I put in the file for the court when I filed it here. The response from his attorney.
I don't look at photographs and documents like that unless they're admitted into evidence. Is there something you wanted to admit into evidence that you wanted me to look at?
Enter all these as evidence.
What are those?
Pictures of work that was performed.
How many pictures you have?
Oh.
How many? More than 5?
Well, yes, more than 20.
I mean, I can have them marked if you want. Mr. Scanlon, any objection to me just marking all of those pictures as plaintiffs in one? You gotta lay a foundation. I mean,
There's no foundation for them and they weren't produced prior to, the court had a scheduling order on this case. He was supposed to produce those prior to, he didn't. So I would completely object to that. It's inappropriate.
Your Honor, that form that he showed you with all the questions that I answered, I also turned in an envelope inside that vanilla that had pictures exactly of what you have here. Was turned in at his.
all right. Okay. Give me the pictures. Hand up the pictures.
Bailiff, delivery.
How many pictures you got? 20?
20 pictures.
Well, I don't,
Oh, do I give it to you, sir?
oh, you tell me how many pictures you have there.
Excuse me.
Let me see. Mr. Scanlon, I could let him come back up here. I mean, what's fair is fair.
I'm sorry. Who you're on?
Judge saying we
I'm gonna
could
just
still
have
get
these
admitted.
marked 1. You saw all these pictures, right?
No, I have not.
You've not seen these?
No.
roughly 20 pictures here. I'll let you take a look at these. And my inclination is to have the first picture marked plaintiff's 1. Mark outside on an envelope plaintiff's 1 and put all these pictures in here. Take a look at those. You're still under oath a second here. Do these pictures
Judge Lane, the foundation,
demonstrate all the work you performed at this residence?
No, they do not, there was some in there where early pictures of where I was rerouting copper, and then I should have taken pictures at the last day of finished copper run.
But all the pictures there, do they reflect the work that you yourself did personally?
They do, Your Honor, except the removal of the concrete.
Judge is struggling. There's a lot of pictures here. Removal of concrete is a lot of work. Is that what the defendant did?
Do you want to have me mark those?
No, not at all. I don't even know. He just not established a foundation for that.
Okay, hand them back. I'm not going to admit those. I'm going to listen to you both argue. Tell me, what would you like to say?
Pardon me, Your Honor.
I'm going to have you guys argue your closing arguments. Nobody else has any witnesses, right, Mr. Scanlon? Mr. Scanlon, you don't have any other witnesses, right?
No, I don't.
Go ahead.
I have no other witnesses either, Your Honor.
I know. I want to hear what argument. You want to make an argument? You don't have to.
No, other than the fact that the work was performed, his evaluation, I can understand why he wants to lowball hours, but just on the cement work the 2 times this, 10 hours of my time there.
Okay. What do you have to say, Mr. Scanlon?
Burden of proof is on the plaintiff, Your Honor, to prove his case. He has the burden to produce evidence to show the court the proof, to show the court how many hours he's actually worked. We have no testimony from any witness that would reflect that he actually performed 80 hours of work on this property. His own friend Carlos didn't even testify that he was there with him at the time the job was being performed, so he couldn't even verify how many hours were actually performed on this particular property. This was an unfortunate job where you have 2 individuals, a stepson and a stepfather, that are fighting over a verbal agreement. No evidence of the agreement, no evidence of anything in writing, no evidence that my client indicated that he was going to pay him. I ask that this case be dismissed.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. St. Louis?
Yes, Your Honor, if there was no agreement, why would he tell me on the phone when I had a request payment, he didn't have to pay me because we didn't.
I don't want to hear anymore.
No.
I don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah.
If you were not going to pay him, it was incumbent upon you, Mr. Marshall, to fully and completely let him know that, especially if you'd come off another job. This wasn't like you went to him. I heard no testimony. You went to him and said, hey, listen, Susie or whatever her name is, we've been going out 8 years. We're all close. I'd appreciate it if you do me a break on this, give me a break on this and help her out and not charge her or not charge her through me or make me eat the price of this because you're helping me. And I've got to pay you. I heard nothing like that. And I got to tell you, whether I admitted those pictures or not, based on what he told me, and I'm no construction guy, sounds like a lot of work. I have no reason to disbelieve his testimony. Judgment for plaintiff, $2,000 plus the 88 filing fee. And if you have any other fees, you have a motion fee, I believe $20, maybe not. What other judgment or fees does he have here, Jen? You have any other out of court?
– Judge, I think that's it.
I think that might be defendant's motion filing fee.
It was defendant's motion.
Yes. So I'm going to make it $2,088. Can you pay this today, sir? When can you pay this? Okay. If there's a way you can go get it today and write him a check, I can do a stipulated dismissal. If you can't, I have to do a judgment.
I can get a check.
Today,
I can make it out.
can you get it here in the next half an hour?
I can write the check.
Yeah, you good with coming back in an hour?
I am here.
The quicker the better. Mr. Scanlon, will you prepare a stipulated order for dismissal with prejudice? And then once I'm gonna wait here. I'm not gonna go anywhere. And my staff's not gonna be able to go anywhere. So I'm gonna ask you to go hustle on this and we'll go from there, okay? And then we'll do a stipulated order to dismiss with prejudice once he tenders the check. Okay, thank you. All right, what do I have with you, Mr. Collis?
The attorney lost and he has to do extra work on the paper end.
That's
Sure,
Miss
you
Davis's
have that
case.
motion to reinstate that last week, Ms. Davis couldn't hear us, even though we were talking and she was
Health
supposed to come
versus
in.
Wanda Davis, 2404457.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Stuart Collis on behalf of the plaintiff in this matter.
All right, ma'am, your name? So this gentleman was here, you were here, and you couldn't hear us last week, so we adjourned it. He asked me to reinstate the case. It got dismissed for no progress, right, Mr. Collis?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is, Jennifer, is that what happened here?
I'm looking, yes, dismissed for lack of progress, Your Honor.
So I'm gonna reinstate the case. Motion to reinstate is granted. And then I'm gonna give you, ma'am, I'm gonna give you 21 days to answer the complaint. So motion reinstate case granted, defendant to be served with copy of order reinstating case, and copy of summons and complaint
Reinstating the case.
to be sent to her last known address. Where do you live now, ma'am?
It better be a good check.
18758 Van Horn
Wait,
Road.
whoa. We don't need to hear that.
Morning, Michigan.
Where is that? Bristol Hills or what? Okay. So you prepare the order, you send it to her, she'll have 21 days to answer.
Yes,
And
sir.
then-
I'll
and if-
prepare that order and e-file that
Ma'am,
immediately.
if you don't have a defense to the case, I would just suggest that you just get with Mr. Collis, he's a reasonable man, and set up a payment plan.
That's what I want to do.
So maybe you can call him in the next day or so, and then try to resolve it.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so send me that order and you guys talk and see if you can resolve it, okay?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Thank you
Have
very
great
much.
holidays.
You too. Happy holidays to you, Mr. Collis. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hope you have a great New Year too.
Thank you. You too. Do I have Vicky Assenmacher here on this one, Jennifer?
Judge, that was the last one I had was for Davis.
I don't know why Vicky Assenmacher. Maybe this is the one where I denied the motion.
You know what? I think we got some sort of documents in on that. So if you had your copies, that might.
We're done. Thank you.
We're done.
Thank you.
All right. Judge isn't going anywhere. He's waiting around for an hour for a check. And it better clear. It better clear or else the judge is going to have words. Okay, Judge McNally is done. Let's see if Judge Middleton's doing anything exciting right now. Oh, he just stopped as well. That was like perfect timing. Minecraft Court, anything exciting? Nope, nothing in Minecraft Court. They're on their screensaver. Let's go to... Please come by my house. Let's go to Judge McBurney.
Family violence. The kids don't have to be there for it to be family violence.
It's family violence. We're going to skip. Okay, that was a quick visit, Mr. McBurney. We're out. We're out. Kansas 13th.
Uso del intérprete, donde el acusado debe de proceder y debe de comparecer en persona.
Jen, what day is our next interpreter docket?
Dime, Jen, bueno, ¿cuál es la fecha del próximo de citaciones del día con el uso de intérprete?
April 1st, 2026 at 1:30.
That's not going to work. Let's just set it over for 1 week from today at 9 a.m.
En estos momentos sería bueno para abrir primero el 2026 a la 1:30. No, eso no funcionaría. Vamos a proceder a establecer esto, que sea para dentro de una semana después del día de hoy, sería a las 9 de la mañana.
Mr. Galvan must appear with counsel in person at the Butler County Courthouse, 9 a.m. 1 week from today.
Y lo cual, bueno, el señor Galván en este momento debe de comparecer con su abogado en persona en el condado de Butler, acá en la corte, que sería a las 9 de la mañana, una semana después del día
That
de
doesn't
hoy.
work for the defense.
Your
attorney.
Honor, I will be out of the country until December 31st.
Su señoría, bueno, yo estaría fuera del país hasta diciembre 31.
Well, you're going to have to get someone to cover for you next week because this is a 2003 or this is a 2023 case. The defendant has failed to appear multiple times. The last warrant was a no bond hold.
En este momento, bueno, usted va a tener que proceder y buscar, bueno, alguien que pueda comparecer, por usted lo pueda representar, ya que esto viene siendo un caso del 2023, lo cual el acusado ha fallado y no se ha presentado a la corte ya en múltiples ocasiones. Lo cual, bueno, el último se le había sometido una orden de arresto sin derecho a fianza.
And we need to get this resolved. I'm sorry to put upon you, sir, but I have to look at this case from the public and the defendant's perspective as well.
Y yo en este momento, está bien, yo tengo que tratar ya de resolver ya este caso. Lo siento, bueno, que estoy poniendo toda esta situación encima de usted, pero yo este caso tengo que proceder y tratar de resolverlo de acuerdo, bueno, a la perspectiva pública y también del acusado.
All right, Deputy Caulfield, did you find some new information?
Oficial, el señor Caulfield, si usted acaso ha
we did.
encontrado alguna información nueva.
We got
Sí
a,
lo hicimos.
we got another copy of a warrant that said that at the bottom of it, it said he was arrested on 9/15/25.
Nosotros tenemos acá una copia de una orden de
warrant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I don't know where he was arrested or whatever, because the jail's still showing he's got an active warrant.
Si en este momento tenemos acá, digamos, una copia de una orden de arresto que indica acá con fecha del 9/15 del 2025, yo en verdad no sé, bueno, si él había sido arrestado o cualquier cosa que había pasado, pero todavía refleja que él tiene una orden de arresto activa.
That's what I represented to the court, Your Honor, is that he had been picked up just prior to me being retained. And that's why he was sure that he didn't have a warrant, because he paid his bond that was at the city of Shawnee and was released.
Su señoría, en este momento lo que indico acá, en el momento que él había, bueno, obtenido mi representación, lo cual, bueno, él había sido recogido, arrestado y había sido detenido por el condado de Shawnee. Está bien. Lo cual en este momento ahí indicó, bueno, que no tenía ningún tipo de orden de arresto, ya que había pagado la fianza en ese momento. Y después entonces le había sido puesto, lo habían liberado.
Deputy, you had something to add?
Yes,
¿Tiene algo más que agregar?
got another piece of paper handed to me in front of me. You're going to have to give me a minute on this, Judge. I have to read this because this looks like it might have been on one of the other ones.
Well, what I'm going to do, he also has, it looks like he has on his Odyssey file in the state system, he has multiple cases, not only in this county, but in others as well for traffic violations.
Si en este momento, bueno, de acuerdo bueno, al expediente de Odise, yo veo acá que él tiene múltiples otros casos, digamos, en otros estados. No solamente, bueno, en este condado, sino él tiene otro tipo de violaciones de tráfico.
So what I'm doing is setting this over to 1 week from today, and I'm going to give orders to Mr. Regier to get with the clerk and the jail or the sheriff's office and sort through all of this and then report back, hopefully with a united determination of his status.
Si ahora en este momento lo que yo voy a proceder a ordenar en este día, el señor Regier, está bien que se reúna, digamos, con la secretaria de la corte y también con respecto al alguacil de la cárcel, con el fin de que puedan proceder y buscar toda esta situación y se reporten de regreso a mí, espero, ya con una determinación unificada con respecto al estatus de este caso.
Your Honor, could I please request that we be allowed to appear by Zoom one more time since we're kind of ironing all this out? And that'll give me opportunity to represent my client. And if we need to still appear in person, then we can work that. But could the court grant us that leniency to appear one more time by Zoom?
Si en este momento, su señoría, yo quiero proceder y pedir a la corte si podemos proceder y
The translator is reading
comparecer
this.
una vez más en este caso vía Zoom. En este momento, bueno, yo quiero proceder y poder planchar, digamos, todo este caso. Yo quiero proceder y tener la oportunidad de poder representar a mi cliente. Y quiero proceder y entonces, si después necesitamos comparecer en persona, sí lo estaremos haciendo. Pero quiero que sí que la corte me pueda otorgar en este momento y nos podría dar a nosotros la lenidad de poder comparecer una vez más vía Zoom.
Mr. Schilling, with your commitments, you may appear by Zoom, but the defendant needs to be here in person for several reasons, including the fact that I believe he has an outstanding warrant and the fact that he can't seem to communicate effectively, hear well, and speak well with his device in Mexico.
Señor Chile, en este momento, bueno, con respecto, bueno, en este momento, el compromiso que usted ha representado, usted puede sí proceder y comparecer vía Zoom, pero en este momento el acusado necesita comparecer, bueno, digamos, en persona. Y las razones son varias, incluyendo el hecho de que él tiene un orden de arresto a actuar y el hecho también de que no se ha podido comunicar efectivamente también, ya sea ya que él está utilizando un equipo desde México.
He's in Mexico. He has to show up in
All right,
Kansas
so
next
that's
week.
the
Entiendo, su
order.
señoría.
Mr. Galvan, you must be
Yes.
at the Butler County District Court in El Dorado, Kansas at 9 a.m. December 27 of 2025.
Y señor, en este momento, señor Garván,
Make that 12/29. That's a week from today, right? 12/29.
Yes, Your Honor.
si ahora en este momento, señor Galván, y quiero proceder a indicar que usted debe de comparecer en persona acá en el condado de Butler, acá en la corte de El Dorado, Kansas. Usted estaría compareciendo lo que sería el 12 del 29, una semana después del día de hoy, a las 9 de la mañana.
Mr. Regier, I'm going to order
nodded and said C.
that Mr. Regier gets with the clerk and the sheriff. I will be looking at this too, but if you could get an update of what it looks like from the state's perspective, and of course, Mr. Schilling, you are welcome and encouraged to do that as well.
Y señor Requiere, en este momento yo te estaré pidiendo, bueno, a ti, ya sea a la secretaria y también al alguacil, que proceda y ventilen y miren con respecto a eso, para que así puedan proceder y facilitarme una actualización con respecto a cuál es la perspectiva del Estado con respecto a este caso. Señor Schilling, bueno, también usted está bienvenido y le incentivo a que usted proceda y haga eso también.
I will put it in the file, Your Honor.
Thank you. And if Mr. Regier and Mr. Schilling can come to some kind of resolution of this case, we can address that at this next court date as well.
Y entonces, en este momento, el señor Regier, el señor Schilling, si usted acaso llegan a tratar de tener algún tipo de resolución con respecto a este caso, ese día vamos a proceder y cubrir eso también en la próxima comparecencia en la corte.
The translator is like
All right,
doesn't
we'll
know
be
he's
in
on
recess
camera or
at this
something.
time.
He's
Mr. Galvin and his
all over the
counsel are
place.
excused from today's proceedings.
Ya en este momento, bueno, ya en este momento estamos ya resolviendo en este caso. Ya el señor Gabán, el señor Chilin ya están excusados de ausentarse de este procedimiento.
All right, see
All
ya.
right, thank you.
Next
We'll
week.
now be on the, Luis, do you want to see if anyone else needs a Spanish interpreter before I let you go?
Quiero proceder a preguntar si acaso alguien más va a necesitar los servicios de un intérprete en español antes que el intérprete se desconecte.
Jamie Latorno, Merry Christmas, Ari and family mods and chat. Love you all. 32 months.
Thank you, Mr. Luis. You may
Jamie,
go
that
this
makes you an
time.
OG.
Have a great one.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, and Jen, make sure we have him or someone else back here next week, please, at 9 a.m. We will now be on the record in Compton, BU 2025 TR 395, State of Kansas versus Douglas James Compton. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Good morning, Your
Gear,
Honor.
sorry, I'm
Mr. Compton
crowding you.
appears via Zoom, as his attorney does, from a separate location, Tim Riling. Judge, my client, I'm sorry.
Mr. Riling, any announcements on how your client wants to proceed?
Well, Judge, he had applied for diversion, apparently because of the allegation against him as he was speeding in a construction zone. He'd been denied. He has a clean record. Probably wouldn't have applied if we'd known that was going to be it, because their department says may be a reason to deny it. But in any event, been denied. Mr. Revere and I have exchanged emails about trying to resolve this case short of trial, but at this point, it doesn't look like that's going to happen, Judge. I may have some more information for him that he might reconsider, but at this point, Judge, if we could set it out for a trial, I also would request that the state provide me with video of this stop, because I don't have any. The only thing I have in discovery is like 3 or 4 pieces of paper that are basically his driving record from Florida.
Present me with a motion and order for discovery, and of course I will approve that.
Okay.
And what kind of trial are you wanting? A bench trial for speeding and driving while suspended?
Yeah, Judge, that's what we'd request.
Okay, Jen, when do we have a bench trial date? April, did you tell me?
Bench trial will be February 18th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m.
All right, counsel, I'm going to order that you and Mr. Compton be back here ready to go to trial February 18th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m.
And that's
That will be by Zoom.
I'm sorry?
That will be by Zoom, Mr. Riling.
The trial will be by Zoom?
Yes.
Do we have the option of appearing in person, Judge? I hate trials by Zoom. I've never had one, but.
Well, at this time it'll be by Zoom.
Judge is like, I'm going to be in my bedroom, so it's going to be by Zoom.
If you want to file a
trials by
motion for
Zoom.
live trial, I'll take it up with Chief Judge Ricky and see what he says.
Okay.
But generally, as long as it's by Zoom with YouTube, that gives them their right to public trial.
Okay.
And we
The
do it
18th
with
at
some
1:30.
frequency. Yes, February 18th at 1:30, and we do it with some frequency every week to be just about. All right, so at this time, Mr. Compton and Mr. Riling are excused.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Gentlemen, you may go, Mr. Compton.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Gears
You're
can do
welcome, sir.
one-on-one fist fight with Julian. Let's see what happens here. Those Ducci and Guvani glasses there, Judge?
Mr. Davis, have you waited long enough?
Dolce?
Dumb question, right?
I don't know how to
All
say
right,
that.
on the record in BU 2025 TR 1583, State of Kansas versus Julian Salas Ortiz. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
May it please the court, Your Honor. Julian Salas Ortiz is present along with counsel Mark Davis.
Julian.
And
Like
any
hooligan, but
announcements,
different.
Mr. Davis?
Your Honor, this morning we're requesting a continuance. I had spoken with Mr. Regier Friday. We resubmitted a request. I expect he'll be getting an invitation to retest again. Wasn't able to get an order in front of you, so we're here this morning to make that request in person for clerk told me Friday, February 7th, if that would be okay with you, subject to Mr. Ruggiera's approval. I don't know that he saw my proposed motion, Your Honor.
Mr. Regier, your position?
No objection if the court is continuing the bond and, well, Your Honor, if the court is prepared to make certain orders concerning booking and bond, as it does appear that
Legally
the
bond.
court did
Thank you.
reserve those matters at the previous hearing. If the court is prepared to find this is a defense request for continuance, the state has no objection to setting this over.
Yes, this is continued at the defendant's request for speedy trial. The defendant has not submitted to processing, Mr. Davis. He does need to do that. I am required, as you probably know, as a judge under Kansas law to order anyone charged with an A or B misdemeanor or above who has not been arrested and processed to order them to do that. So is he here? Where are you, Mr. Ortiz? Where is he?
Last I spoke, he may be in Fredonia. I haven't spoke with him specifically about his physical location this morning. I see him in the car, Judge. And he's on mute.
Well, I see it. Is he under Solace?
Yes, Julian
Okay.
Salas. He's
Okay,
on mute
Julian.
though. He has his sister who's an interpreter. Miss
All right,
Wanda,
just-
can you?
Just a moment. Deputy Caulfield, did you have something you wanted to add?
He showed up here this morning and then he left. He was supposedly
Okay.
going to the parking lot, but we don't have him here at the courthouse anymore.
All right. Well, he needs to go in today to the jail and post a $1,000 OR bond and get his picture and prints taken, and to reappear December 7th at 9 a.m. So he won't have to put up any money, but he does need to go down there while he's in town and get that done.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I'm
Or
not
yes,
a big
ma'am, Your
fan
Honor.
of.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, could I get that next setting date? For
I'm not
my-
a big fan of the
Yes,
prints
February
and
7th at
pictures
9 a.m. Is that
before
what you gave us, Jen?
No, Your Honor. Our next hearing date on misdemeanor docket is March 2nd at 9 a.m.
Where'd I get 2-7? Somebody had 2-7.
That
Oh,
was the
Mr.
number I
Davis.
was.
Mr. Davis
Friday.
suggested. Okay. What did you say, Jen? March what?
March 2nd at 9 a.m. And we
All
also bond amount.
$1,000 OR bond. Next court date, council, will be March 2nd at 9 a.m. by Zoom again.
Thank you, Your
Now,
Honor.
You're welcome. Now, he didn't answer for an interpreter a while ago, but then I heard his sister interprets. Do you want an interpreter for him, Mr. Davis?
No, Your Honor, that'd be fine. She's just there helping out more with the technology also.
All right. So, Jen, we'll need an interpreter for him, please. All right. So we'll be in recess. Mr. Solis Ortiz is excused as long as he goes out and does his processing. Why don't we put him in a breakout room with court security? Court security 1 or 2, court security 2, and they can explain all that to him, Mr. Davis. Do you want to go with them or into that breakout room?
Delana
That would
Foster.
be fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
Merry
All right,
Christmas.
you're welcome. Jen, if you'd put Mr. Davis, Mr. Solis, and court security 2 in a breakout room, they can explain how he needs to get his picture and prints done and his bond.
Yes, Your Honor. And is it a Spanish interpreter that you were having me request for him?
Well, I don't know. Mr. Davis, he does speak Spanish. His sister's a Spanish interpreter. Is that
Correct.
the language?
She interprets for the court, Your Honor. However, today he didn't express any need for a Spanish interpreter with me. We've communicated a number of times.
Well, and he didn't when the interpreter here a while ago was on there too.
Yeah, you don't need an interpreter.
Yeah, you need an interpreter. The interpreter says to him, "Yeah, you don't
Well,
need an
we'll have
interpreter."
one available just in case.
Dylan,
That'd
thank
be
you very
fine.
much.
Thank you.
I think you're an OG.
I want to make sure we meet all of his rights.
And Your Honor,
Okay.
is the court continuing this to March 2nd?
Yes, March 2nd, 9 a.m. at defendant's request, speedy trial.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Solis. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Judge, and Merry Christmas to you and everyone else. You too, Jared.
Now make sure you go into that breakout room. I hope your client didn't run off on us.
I've got a call.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call him.
Thank.
Hello.
Hi, Good morning. My name is Lara, calling from the Endless Getaways. How are you doing?
Good, Laura.
All right, sir. Sir, it looks like you have in a news package that was issued you a few years back, and it shows here that you never traveled. Did you forget, or did life just get in your way?
I forget a lot of things.
All right, well, that is a completely understandable, sir. Sir, it's my job to close out the expired accounts, but once I saw the amount of travel credits you had in file, I didn't feel comfortable closing it out without giving you the opportunity to take advantage of your credits and savings. Sir, do you see yourself traveling sometimes in the future?
I hope to.
All right, sir, that's great to hear. Okay, sir, we start with a 4-day and 3-night hostel in Las Vegas, where you can choose from. All right, and we are also including an 8-day and 7-night all-inclusive cruise with your choice of Carnival, Norwegian, or Royal Caribbean. It's all inclusive, so all your food is covered. And also, sir, you have in 5-day and 4-night vacation where you can choose from 25 major cities, and it's come with 2 round-trip airlines tickets. Sir, your package is good for up to 4 traveler. The only trip that is good for 2 is the cruise. Now, sir, I see here that you qualify for something special. Can you hold on the line for a moment, sir? And let me see what is that for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, sir, hold on the line for a moment.
Hi, good morning. This is Angela Johnson. I was brought on the line to further assist you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Great, that's great to hear. So did you understand everything my representative went over about the package? Do you have any questions for me?
She said I had a vacation package or something. I have trouble with my memory. I can't remember what her name was.
It's a travel credit from a vacation package that you had in the past. You either didn't get to travel on, or it could have been that you didn't use all the parts of it. So unused travel time went to the expired accounts, and that gave you the credit, and that's the reason for the call. So the credit is allowing us to replace the package because we want to see you travel, right? So we're going to give you the new VIP package. Looks like right now you've got 4 trips. You got 4 round-trip airline tickets, the cruise, the airfare, everything is covered from the previous travel investment with the credit. It looks like the only thing you never did was book your trips and travel or pay your one-time booking fee, which originally was going to be $5.99 Traveler 1 and $5.99 Traveler 2, Travelers 3 and 4 at no cost. So it was going to be $11.98 originally, but with the promotion and all the discounts we're providing, we're going to reduce that greatly and make that just $6.98 one time only. That will cover the entire package. You can take up to 4 people on your land destinations. 2 people can go on the cruise. And as a gift for getting the package resolved today, I'll include a 5th bonus trip. So this one is a fully furnished condo resort stay. It's 8 days, 7 nights, and it can be used both in the U.S. and international. So if you stay within the U.S., it's over 60 destinations. Hawaii is on that list, but internationally, it's over 3,500 locations. So you can use that trip just about anywhere. So altogether, you would be getting a total of 5 trips and 4 round-trip airline tickets, all with no expiration date. So do you have any questions about any of the other trips?
Is this the same trip I had scheduled and didn't take, or is this a different trip?
Yeah, this was a vacation package that you purchased, but you didn't travel on it.
The way my memory is, even if I did go, I wouldn't
I
remember.
Okay. Well, yeah. So once these packages are unused for a certain period of time, unless you called and extended them, they want expired accounts. So it's not travelable at that point, but that's why it's a credit. And the credit is the reason for the call because it is our promotion time and we do want to see you travel. So is allowing us to replace the package. So we're giving you the new package.
You said I could bring a fifth person, you said?
No, that's a fifth bonus trip, but you can take up to 4 people on all the land. I mean, you can take a fifth person, but you would just add them
Like in
when
the
you're
luggage or
ready
something.
to call them. No, you just, when you call your travel coordinator, you would just say you have an extra person and they would add them at that time.
So I'd have to pay and everything for them.
Well, yeah, there would be an additional cost, but it wouldn't be anything, out of the ordinary.
I tell you, all this under $10 is a deal, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that.
No, it's $698.
$698?
Yeah, and that's for all 5 trips, up to 4 people on land, 2 people on the cruise. And then you have full ownership. You don't have to pay anything on this after
I'm
today.
Buying the cruise? What's the full ownership? Oh, come on, this was a good one. Come back. Let's continue this. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Laura, or whatever your name was. We were just getting started. We could have had so much fun together. You're live. On the air. It was the $698. False advertising. Well, the longer you stay on the phone with me, Laura. Oh, she's gone. She hung up. She gone. All right. That took us right till noon. Perfect timing. It's like her shift must have been over at noon, and then she could just use the kids' Christmas money. This is a great idea. Oh, I've never had the fifth deal offered for me. They were sweetening the pot. Here's what I don't get. What business out there has a pool of potential clients that doesn't track which ones just give them headaches and waste their time? I mean, if there was somebody out there that you went and knocked on their door and tried to install a new roof for them. So like, hey, I'd like to replace your roof. Here's our deal. This is what we do, everything. If every time you did that, they sicked their dogs on you, would you keep going back and knocking on their door? If they filed like a frivolous lawsuit against you every time you trespassed on their property, would you keep going back? This is how I know it's a scam, because no business would continue doing that. This one does. Today's PSA: if you have an address in a P.O. box, please don't call it a unit or box number on your order. Write P.O. box below your address. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's not a unit for sure. Frontier Internet does that to us. They come back over and over again at least twice a month. Must be a scam, Jackie. It must be. All right. I know Judge Kansas 13th. I can't remember her name right now. Who is she? Webster. Judge Webster is still handling something, but we're going to go somewhere else. We might go to lunch as well, because tis the season. 12 o'clock is the season of lunch. By the way, I didn't ask, how's everyone's weekend? Is everyone doing well? Let's go here for a minute.
That's where he's from originally. And his only contact here was Ms. Ulrich, and I explained to him that he cannot have contact still, even though these charges have been amended because of that civil protection order. He works, he has a good job, he has the alleged victim and Mr. Peters have one child together. I've encouraged him to go to juvenile court to get companionship with his child. But when I asked him if he's getting back together with her, if she would allow it, he said he sure would, but he also tells me, that the relationship is not healthy. He is mental health. He was taking medication that I don't think he takes anymore.
Is that the problem?
And he is in counsel.
Where?
State Department of Behavioral Health here in Pennsylvania.
How long have you been in treatment there?
I was in there for about 6 months, and then this all happened. I was out of treatment, and I put myself back in treatment.
Let me check. This seems like a family court thing, so we're going to bail on this one for just a minute. Yeah, let me check and see if our favorite judge, she's in Travis County, right? Travis County, Texas court. Let me see. I don't remember what her channel name is. Does anybody remember? What about Thomas? What about Thomas? Did Judge Simpson see April this morning? I hope she got the treatment she needs. Hope she did. Evangeline, say a prayer for me. Cooking for 14 tonight. Well, make it 15, Evangeline. What's for dinner? I'm excited. It was Travis County, Austin. I don't remember her name. Judge Sylvia. Judge Sylvia was her name, but I think her channel name is something else. Hang on, we've got somebody on the phone.
Call from Kim.
Jen? Jen, is this you? Who's
Kim.
on? Kim. Okay, Kim. It was very quick, and my hearing's bad. Kim, this is R.A. How are you doing?
You're fine.
Merry Christmas to you.
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
Merry Christmas to you. And I just wanted to call you really quick because I'm traveling this afternoon and tomorrow, and I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. Everyone in chat, Merry Christmas. I'll be off and on, but I wanted to thank you for everything you do to keep us entertained throughout the year.
It is my pleasure, just like the guys at Chick-fil-A. I love what I do, and I love this community. So thank you. Thanks for the warm holiday wishes, and have safe travels. Hopefully you're hanging out with people you like and doing things you enjoy doing.
We're going to see my grandma, who is 101.
Oh, wow. Well, do something for me. Sing happy birthday for her, even if it's not her birthday, because she deserves it.
Okay, I will. Yes, she does.
That is awesome. Congratulations. 101.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we'll enjoy and send pictures, and then come back and take over the internet. So.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't do well on the internet, but.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for making the call, and we'll miss you while you're gone, but look forward to hearing about your amazing trip.
I'll pop in and out to watch whatever is on when I can, and if there's anything on. But
yeah,
but I appreciate everything.
So
yeah, I know.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Well,
appreciate the update.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. We'll see you.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Sloth Life OG. Popping in to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. I've not been feeling great, but still lurking. Have a great time. Sloth Life, get feeling great. The holidays are not a fun time to not be feeling great. Especially because Evangeline Light has ham, green beans. It's not green eggs and ham. It's ham, green beans, hash brown casserole. Oh, hash brown casserole. Charleston dip deviled eggs, salad, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, lots of Christmas cookies. You left the address out. You left your don't put your address in chat, really, but that sounds amazing. Sloth Life also gifted 5 memberships. Sloth Life, thank you. Playing early Santa Claus here, keeping people green. That is amazing. Do get feeling better. Spreading the cheer on the channel here. Battling the stomach bug. Oh, that's no fun. Okay, so I was working over the weekend doing a Christmas concert broadcast on Sunday. So it was on Zoom, and I was also running a whole bunch of satellite rooms that were because we had massive overflow. Big combined Christmas concert, lots of music, and so I'm doing this again and finish it. It's flawless. I run the thing by myself. It went great, and as people are leaving, there's a kid that was not feeling great and has battling the stomach bug, and he lost the battle to the stomach bug right there in the hall, all over the floor. and I hear his mom call his name, and again and again, and it's just down the whole hall, just like. And then he ran to the bathroom. Of course, by then it was all better, and so, but the reason I'm sharing this is because, like, perfect strangers, just like they ran to the janitor's closet and just like, hey, let me help you clean this up, Mom. We've all had kids. We've been there. This sucks. You know, this is not what you wanted to be doing on a Sunday right before Christmas. But and just they just all just chipped in. It's like, hey, no worries, no sweat. I know it's like embarrassing and everything else, and they're like, we're here for you. And that was just cool. That was right before lunch as well. I'm sorry. I wasn't descriptive but it was neat to see everyone just, see somebody else who's having a bad day and just chip in and help where they can. So, all right. It is right before lunch. I think it's time for lunch right now. I'm looking. I don't see. I think Judge Middleton is live. He's got a bunch of civil stuff this afternoon. I do enjoy watching judges sort of come down on people like, why can't you guys just talk this out and work this out like normal people? Why are you here in front of me having to help you figure out something that everyone else on the planet should be able to figure out? We're going to break for lunch in just a minute. Just looking. No, I don't see Middleton. All right. Lunch it is. Is there anything coming up on the docket? Any hearings or anything you guys are aware of today or tomorrow that you'd like us to follow live? Not talking about replays. I'm talking about live. Does anybody know of anything that we need to have on our radar? I'm on my phone. As you all know, it's a pain to tag. Love you all. Red, Purple, Ali G, Kim, Birdie B, The Creative B, and too many others to name y'all. Yeah, that's impressive. You got all those in there. Sloth Life, thank you. All right, he shares because he cares. Oh, man. Does someone know the name of the judge where the guy is supposed to come back with the check? Yes, that's Judge Dad. Judge McNally is his name. Judge Michael K. McNally. Got a great voice, and I've got some audio from him that I need to make sound bites of today. There were so many sound bites that we should make from him, if I can ever get around to doing it. The TikTok teen trial starts on the 5th. Okay, so we've got a few days, a couple of weeks before any action there. Any other hearings, upcoming hearings? I know Courtney Clenny had her hearing. Maybe we can just watch you make sound bites for us this afternoon. We might. It's been an hour. He should be back. Judge Michael K. McNally. Yeah, he's not live right now. But I'll show you on the screen. This channel looks like this. This is the one you want. There's lots of channels that have videos from him, but the one you want is the Honorable Michael K. McNally and his channel. Well, this is how it looks on Apple TV, but he doesn't have any live videos, just those two from today. Josh, you sent me something? Sorry. Kids are whistling. Trying to figure out what it is you sent me, Josh. There's this trial at 1 today. Where are we at? This one begins Ohio versus Harris. Patient abuse and assault. Ooh. Is it out of Ohio? I don't know. That might be the only thing we have, but starts. We'll look. We might play that one by ear. All right. Speaking of by ear, let's play some other songs by ear. Does the judge with the bow tie longer stream? Judge Fleischer, out of Texas, does still stream, just not on YouTube. He has his own court Zoom feed, and I know he said people can use it, but all the legality stuff is still set up that you can't, and not many people do. So, yeah. Corey Richards is a big one. That one's coming up. It's going to be amazing. Do you think the Mac Mini M4 with 16 gigabit, 256 gigabit is enough to handle basic YouTube video editing? By basic, as long as you're not doing 4K. Well, M4, you should be able to do 4K as well. The 256 is going to be your issue. 4K video eats up that space really fast. But as far as processing goes, running DaVinci Resolve, streaming, it should work okay. You just won't be able to do a lot of other things at the same time, especially if you're using OBS, because OBS and Mac just, they don't work extremely well together. But reach out to me, Winter Libby, and let me know a little bit more about how you want to do that, and I'll be happy to give you some advice and point you in the right direction. By the way, oh, never mind, I'll tell you later. It's something really cool about finding real cool deals on computers. Tonight when you go home, please hug at the people you love. Smile at them and make their day just a little bit better. Please stay safe till we go live again in about 45 minutes. With possibly a short little case to follow. So we'll see. You guys have a great lunch. We'll see you afterwards. Bye-bye. No portal, sorry. Bye-bye.